Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
They got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their court.
The fireworks are not done.
We're getting commentary on Dati mihi Anglican, please. Verbus Latin.
That's literally not true.
I didn't ask you to interrupt me. Oh, for crumb's sake.
Good morning. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. I apologize for being late this morning. This was totally on me. But I was recording a case for you that I needed to grab before it got taken down. And it's still up, but I've got it. I've got it. And it's a good one. So we'll have a little bit of a palate cleanser at some point today. Whoever did the first hello this morning timed it perfectly with the hello in the intro. Props out to them. Congratulations. But speaking of first, Mindy FS777, good morning to you. First in chat, Mindy. Congratulations.
You don't put a diplomatic date on it.
You don't. Good morning. Mindy, your promptness is going to be punished, and everything IP-related worldwide is going to be your responsibility. You are the winner of the internet today. Congratulations. Welcome. It's great to have you here. I am wearing my Halloween shirt today to celebrate.
Shame on you, sir.
Ooh, I'm a little bit of a ghost. And that's intentional. No, it's not. I just wore it. And I saw that. So I'm going to claim it. Are you completely decorated? I need it to stop raining.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
I need it to stop raining, and then we can start decorating. So it's a good thing we're in control of the speed of everything today and tomorrow as we're on a replay and catch up because we're going to need a wee bit of time tomorrow just to put a couple things out and get it all ready. So we almost felt ghosted. I'm sorry, Blue Stars. I'm sorry I'm late. Kelly H., I did a workout this morning. I worked out every day this week. Every day. I'm sort of proud of that. And already my improved diet is reflecting, is showing results, so that's good. Kelly H1, thank you very much for the super sticker. This you doing the fist bump, that was basically how I look. Not this sticker right here. This is how I looked doing my exercise this morning. That was pretty much it. Although I didn't have a leaf on my head. Other than that, it was almost, this is like spitting image of my workout all morning. It felt like I did it for hours. Arms are tired. You will have to show us your decorations.
Somebody just sent me.
They're not up yet.
I don't know who won. I
have to put them up yet before I can show you the decorations, and it's not very fancy. I mean, I think I've talked it up better than it is. It's most of it is just stuff that lights up at night. Let's see. We had trick or treat last weekend. We did our trunk or treat last weekend, and it was a big success. It was wonderful. Have some birthdays to celebrate this morning before we begin court, and we are beginning court on the Rewatch crew, of course. We are catching up. So
Happy
we're
birthday.
a teensy bit behind. And make sure the speed on this is going to be 1.25 speed, I think. Can we do 1.25 speed and just skip the brakes? Yeah, I think 1.25 speed is good. Okay. Hello. Let's see. We have birthdays today. Corey May, Libby, Michael B, Patricia. That's a heavenly birthday. And Stacy Matchis. Is it Matchis? I think it's Matchis. Known as Cece, to those who are close to her, by the way. So we're going to sing to all of them. And by we, I mean all of us. You, me, everybody. We're all going to sing happy birthday to these wonderful people. So wherever you are, take a deep breath. Stand up, take a deep breath. I can't remember how this goes. It's one of those days. Stand up, take a deep breath. Blend your voice with a neighbor. Project your voice to the back of the room. Warm up with me, if you will. La 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 la. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Corey May, Libby, Michael B, Patricia, and Stacy Matches. Happy birthday to you. Corey May, Libby, Michael B, Patricia, heavenly birthday, and Stacy Matches. Happy birthday. I realize there are many wonderful days. Today is your special day, and I realize there are a million places you could be and a million people you could be with, but you chose to be here with us. The privilege, the pleasure, the honor, the joy is ours. Hopefully we can turn some of that joy back to you, make your day a little more special, and begin by helping yourself to free pancakes at Denny's, IHOP Village Inn, Waffle House, McDonald's, Tammy Dunlap's House, Andy's Grill, Bob Evans, and Cracker Barrel. May all of your wildest dreams come true. From Mackenzie. That is awesome. Happy birthday. Robin Stout, let me address this before we go too far. By the way, you have an amazing profile picture. I love it. I've only broken one of my mugs. I ordered 3 for myself, and I've only broken one of them. We'll let the birthday song continue here for a minute as the dancers are doing their thing. Dancers are working off all the calories that we've been eating, celebrating these birthdays. Gonna get a little water. Ready for the drum solo at the end. Happy birthday to you. Late Dad. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Albert. Happy birthday to you. That was a late ad, so I came in late on the verse. But Albert, happy birthday. All the same wishes to you. Welcome. We're going to have a drum solo here to finish, I think, right about now. Let's get ready. All right. Let's see. Robin, and everybody. Talking briefly, and let me just set the stage here. For those that didn't know, yesterday the Second District Court of Appeals in Florida made a ruling on an appeal that had come to them. Jay Hatch, the Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital, had appealed the final judgment that came out of Judge Carroll's court, the Maya Kowalski case, that ended up being a $260 million that was knocked down to $216 million in favor of Maya and her family. That judgment, that final judgment, was appealed on many different fronts to the Second District Court of Appeals, as is their right. And the Second District Court of Appeals looked at this all new, with new eyes, okay? Meaning they did not, they looked at the entire thing from the beginning, okay? And they found very different approaches to some of the claims that were made by Jay Hatch, especially when it came to immunity. They disagreed with some of the things the judge allowed. They disagreed with some of the ways things were argued, how they were sort of doubling up on some things, and basically the entire final judgment was overturned. Every single item of it was struck down. Some remanded back to court, and some just eliminated altogether. The intentional infliction of emotional distress against Beata, who she ended up taking her life. The family says it was because of the hospital and what they were doing to her. It's gone. That cannot be retried. They said, nope, no grounds there. But it being sent back to the court for retrial does not necessarily mean it's over and the family gets, nothing. It probably means the family gets a lot less. But this does possibly put the hospital in a position where they may be willing to settle and be willing to settle for a, I don't know how to say this, more reasonable amount, meaning that they're, understanding that there are some things that the appellate court said, yes, there is a merit here, like the intentional infliction of emotional distress against Maya for some of those 6 days and some of the things that happened there. There are a few items that they say, yeah, that works. The only problem the court found with those is that they were sort of overlapping and doubled up with some of the other things that they were finding, so they couldn't clearly parse it out. If they hadn't doubled out, those would have stayed. So now the appellate court is basically saying, we've looked at the evidence, and hospital, yeah, we would have let this stand had it not been doubled up. So the hospital actually might be in a position where they may be incentivized to make a reasonable settlement with the family, which could, get them some restitution. Those were my thoughts on that one anyway. So, but still, this is the process, and that's how it worked. It was a surprise to me. It's rare to see an appeal succeed, right? I think that possibly the family could appeal this one level up higher, take it to Supreme Court, could appeal that ruling. But it's even more rare to see a appeal get overturned and then reversed back. But yeah, it's the higher you go, the less a chance of appeal working happens. All right. Let's see. Those asking about mugs, I think they're available in the store if you look very carefully. Is mug working? Don't know. All right. Yes, just order a mug. There you go. There's the mug. I think it's through eBay. I think that's how it works. It's a weird listing. Fun fact. I think I might have to change the pricing on the mugs. I'm pretty sure it costs me 25 cents for each mug I sell. And I realize I'm not supposed to, lose money on the deal. But I've never changed the price. I set it as low as I could to try to break even. I wanted to have merch items that people could get and enjoy and not break the bank to get a hold of. And the mouse pad is wonderful. I need a new one. Oh my goodness. Mine is falling apart. This gets used and abused. So it's peeling on the edges, and it's a little bit faded from 3 years of nonstop use. You make it up on internet certificate sales. Yeah, really. That's where I really cash in that $0 profit. You're supposed to clean your mouse pads weekly with soap.
Hello?
I don't do that. Readers. Fun fact. All right. Anyway, that's that. Now where are we? We're going to do some other stuff as well. We're going to go to court. We've got I think I'm ready with. I just want to make sure I've got. Yes, I have the. Oh yeah, we got it. We've got the thing we need to have. Okay, I've got that. We're going to save that one over here. Close this one out. Get rid of this. Don't need that guy. Or this one. Get rid of that. Sorry, guys. We're just getting everything in order for later today. That'll sit there. All right. You're a bit fuzzy on the forward-facing camera. Not anymore. Thank you, Angelic Boom. There it is, Angelic Boom. It took me a second to get the letters in the right order. It's early. Back in focus. We were promised court. Let's go to court. Let's do that. Let's. Before we do, though, we are. Thank you, Grit Grinder. We're going back to the court. We're in Wisconsin. This is the trial of Matthew Pahl. Pahl is spelled P-A-H-L. Matthew Pahl is accused of first-degree murder in the disappearance and death of his girlfriend, the mother of his child. What we know about Matthew is that he injured his foot, his ankle. And he required some therapy, some treatment. So he was going to therapy. One day, he went to therapy with his girlfriend in the car and came back from therapy without his girlfriend. There was altogether an hour, maybe 45 minutes to an hour.
I'm trying to have court. Don't raise your voice again.
Before and after combined, that therapy session before he showed up and after he left, where he was in the area or believed to be in the area. And that's the area where the body of his girlfriend showed up 3 weeks later. It was found by some construction crews who were doing some actually posting of no trespassing signs because people were doing unauthorized gardening in the area. I don't know. These are the facts, guys. I just bring them to you. And they found the corpse. There had been significant decomposition, so much so that they were not able to identify a cause of death, which means that we can rule out a couple things, right? It wasn't a gunshot. We can say that because there was no bone. I mean, it was most likely not a gunshot because there was no damage to bones and things like that. But there are a lot of things they just can't rule out. So the state is saying that this was, in fact, murder because the defendant had befriended a couple, what he believed were women. They may be in the Philippines, and he was going to move there and live the good life with these beautiful women that he met online. And the grass was greener over there, and so he wanted out. We know their relationship was on again, off again. We also know that the victim struggled with some stuff, some mental health issues, some physical health issues, had some past ideation involvement in some way. But the defense is saying that it's just that. There's no evidence that he did anything, and she could have done this herself. There was a couple pieces of evidence. There was a vape pen and a scalpel that matches the type of scalpels that were found in the medical bag in the defendant's house, but I don't know if that bag belonged to the defendant or to the victim. Those were both found on scene near the body, which would, be suspicious. And there was some evidence about the body and where the clothing was on the body, how it was pulled up in different directions, and where it was still connected and on, and where it wasn't. That all come into play. But that's I bet the gardening is marijuana. It could have been. But here's the thing: if they're gardening marijuana, they're gonna be like, oh, there's a no trespassing sign. I guess we shouldn't do this. They're already breaking the law. I'm not sure if one more sign is just, oh, there's the sign. Now I'm not going to break the law anymore. So they sort of do what they want to do there. All right. Eric, welcome. It's great to have you here. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to have you here. Hope work's going well as well. All right. So we're going to jump back into this trial. We are continuing because we're on catch up. We're continuing where they left off at the lunchtime where we just were. So let me get the audio and video going there. And we'll jump back down to court. We are on 1.25 speed, I believe, as we try to catch up. We should be caught up by the end of the week.
No, Judge.
Anything from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mackenzie, our clerk, has assisted everybody in showing how to work the touch screen. Thank you, Madam Clerk. All right, we can notify the civilians. All right. Our other guys?
That just came out.
Where are they? Okay, all right.
This trial yesterday had a campus-wide security alert that sent people scrambling briefly. It appeared to be a false alarm. But a little unnerving. Those have happened in the couple trials we watched. I think the Murdoch case had one, right? As far as counting things, in this trial we are indeed counting things, and what we have chosen to count, hang on, box source 4 is going to be 2. What we have chosen to count is the trues and corrects.
67, yep.
Trues and corrects. So, let's see.
All right.
So we have true and correct counter right there. We're not counting trulies. We're not counting truth. Just true and correct. And you'll know what I mean here very quickly if you're just joining us right now and saying, why would you count that? And why you have 151 after a day and a half already?
Media, please, thank you. All right, all 14 jurors are back. Welcome back, everybody. I always tell everybody, remind them not to eat too much at lunch, because then you get to taking a nap at about 2:30. So have a seat, everybody. Thank you very much.
They're coming in from lunch right now.
Let's have your next witness, please.
Thank you. The state will call Detective Ross Seitz.
Come come up to the witness stand, sir. Please remain standing and raise your right hand once you get up here. You can face our clerk.
Please swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you.
All right, very good. Have a seat, sir. And tell us your name, please.
Ross Seitz, S-E-I-T-Z.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Detective Seitz, where are you employed?
The Waukesha County Sheriff's Office.
And how long have you been employed there?
About 15 years.
Is that the totality of your law enforcement experience?
Yes.
And how long have you been a detective?
About 10 years.
Were you working as a detective with the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department on September 9th of 2022?
Yes.
And on that day, was your department called to respond to a scene just east of the OAW building?
Yes.
Okay. And were you assigned to handle some responsibilities related to that investigation?
Yes.
Okay. Initially, were you asked to assist investigators in just determining who the deceased person was?
Yes.
And ultimately, the medical examiner was able to determine that that was Stephanie Pahl's, right?
Yes.
Okay. After the deceased person was identified, what was your role in the investigation?
I assisted with a search warrant. I also assisted with an interview.
Okay. As part of your kind of initial investigations, were you asked to do a preservation of a phone number?
Yes, I did.
Why is it important that law enforcement preserve records for particular phone numbers in an investigation?
So that records aren't lost.
Okay. And so you were provided from other investigators a particular number and asked to preserve that?
Yes, for Stephanie.
Okay. And then did you also learn where Stephanie and Mr. Matthew Pahl had been living around the time that she went missing?
Yes.
Where was that?
It was the Willow Apartments over there on 1001 Delafield Street.
As part of the investigation, did law enforcement seize and then ultimately review surveillance video from the Willow Park apartments?
Yes.
Okay. Were you asked to review some video as part of your preparation for the search warrant and then ultimately the interview of Mr. Pahl?
Yes.
Why were you looking at some surveillance video from that apartment?
I believe in speaking with the case detectives, there was information that the 23rd of August was a particular date of interest related to some phone records I believe they had, and I wanted to see what the activity was between Stephanie and the defendant.
Okay. Were there a number of surveillance cameras located throughout the apartment complex looking at different doors or different areas of the apartment complex?
Yes. Yes.
And did you ultimately focus your review on two particular doors that became of interest as part of the investigation from August 23rd specifically?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you first what's been marked as Exhibit 71. Just let me know when you can see that on your screen. This is a PowerPoint. I'm going to ask you to, can we go to slide 2, please? Do you recognize what's depicted in slide 2?
Yes.
Okay. Is this the apartment complex that you are reviewing video of?
Yes, this is if you're just to the north of the building looking south.
Okay. And is there also an aerial view?
Yes.
What are the significance of the numbers that are located on those photos?
The 7 would be door 7, I believe was north entry, and door 4, 4 would be for another entry or access way. I don't recall what they labeled that door.
Okay, and that's labeled, that's how the cameras are also labeled, so you know where a door or a video was actually taken, the video is taken from?
Yes.
Okay, we can go to slide 5, please. Okay, so looking at slide 5, do you recognize slide 5 and what we're looking at here?
I do.
Okay, and slide 6?
I do.
And slide 7?
Yes.
Okay, and slide 8?
Yes.
Slide 9?
Yes.
Okay. Slide 10, please. And slide 11?
Yes.
Okay, slide 12.
Yes.
All right. Those were all videos that you reviewed prior to a search warrant that occurred at Mr. Pahl's residence?
Yeah, I believe it was September 12th I reviewed that footage.
Okay. I would move Exhibit 71 into evidence and permission to publish starting at slide 2.
Any
All right, we get to see these now.
That's admitted. Thank you.
So, Detective Seitz, this is the two photographs that you were talking about with the numbers on the doors, right?
Yes.
Okay. And take us to slide 5, please. Okay, so you reviewed video from August 23rd of 2022, and if you can tell me, what's the timestamp at the top?
It looks like 8:39 and 20 seconds in the morning or a.m.
Okay, and at the bottom it says portion of CH7. What's the significance of that related to that second slide we looked at?
That would just be attributing this to the number 7 entryway, or that north entryway.
Okay, so if we can start this video, please.
Roll tape. This is going to be the apartment complex where the defendant lives.
You can stop it?
Nope, that's the victim right there.
What observations did you make that were significant in your investigation about what was identified as Ms. Pavlon's leaving the apartment?
We noted her clothing matched that of the body we found in the woods by OAW. Also noted some of the property she was carrying, which was a black purse with appeared to be like chain links and a pink water bottle.
Okay, you can complete the video, please.
That pink water bottle. Black purse.
And if we can go to the next slide.
This is important. She left with them.
Okay, and what's the timestamp at the top here?
8:40:22 a.m.
And which door or camera is this coming from?
This would be door 4.
Play, please.
There's our defendant.
Okay. So Mr. Pahl and Ms. Pavlon's leave from separate doors about a minute apart on August 23rd?
Correct.
Okay. The next slide, please. Okay. So you knew that was the last, you knew based on some other investigation that the 23rd was a date of interest. Did you also want to review the video from later in the day on the 23rd to see if Ms. Pavlon's returned to the apartment?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you this slide now.
A few hours later.
Okay. That was hard to see. What were we looking at in that video?
Car drove by.
Again, that's door 7 facing out to the north, and that appeared to be the defendant's vehicle traveling in the parking lot.
Okay, so looking through the door into the parking lot.
Yes.
Okay, the next slide, please. Sorry.
Okay, this is the money shot right here. Here we go. What does he have in his hands? What does he have in his hands?
Right there, please. So Mr. Pahl walks in at 11:14 a.m. What was significant to this video in your investigation?
I noted he was carrying the water bottle that Stephanie was observed leaving with a few hours earlier.
Okay, you can play again.
That's the kicker.
And the next slide, please.
He is walking with some difficulty.
Play here.
Like he's in pain, but... This is an hour or so later. Not sure what room he just went into.
Okay, so Detective Sykes, we see Mr. Pahl come into view of the camera. Where does that door go that he entered, if you know?
I believe that goes into the main lobby.
Okay, and the next slide, please. Okay, and he exits the building at 12:20 p.m. with nothing in his hands?
Correct.
Right, next slide, please.
There he is. Ooh,
So
what
at
does he have in his
12:20
hands?
p.m., what did you see on that video?
It would be a continuation from that previous video, or camera 4 of him walking in the parking lot.
Okay, next slide, please. I'm going to ask you to pause it there, please. All right, Detective Sykes, at 12:30:07, what are we looking at here?
So we Mr. Pahl returning back into the building through door 7.
Okay, and what does it appear that he's carrying?
A plastic bag.
All right. And you did not have that plastic bag when you saw him leaving the building. Is that accurate?
Correct.
Okay, start again. So Detective Sykes, in reviewing this video, Was Miss Pavlons, after she left on August 23rd, ever seen returning to the Willow Park apartments?
No.
And is it your understanding that you and other members of the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department reviewed all of the available video from Willow Park apartment up until the date of the search warrant to see if she ever came back to the apartment?
Yes.
Why is it significant in your investigation to know the last time that Miss Pavlons is seen at the apartment?
It would give us a good timeline to work off of her disappearance and homicide.
Okay. So you review that video. You learn that Mr. Pahl is a resident at 1001 Delafield, and then you said you participated in the execution of a search warrant at his residence, right?
Yes.
And that occurs on September 17th of 2022?
I'm sorry?
Does that occur on September 17th of 2022?
Yes.
As part of that search warrant, sorry, you can take this down, were a number of detectives involved in both photographing and collecting evidence.
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's previously been marked and admitted as Exhibit 23.
It does look like a purse in that bag. That's not him, sorry. Let me get pulled up so you can see it.
What was of significance in this photograph?
The pink water bottle is observed in, I believe that was the...
Sorry, go back to 23.
I believe that was like the living room portion of the residence where we saw that pink water bottle.
Okay, and Exhibit 28?
That's the black purse that Stephanie was carrying.
Okay, when you see her leave the apartment on August 23rd?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to also show you the physical pieces of evidence. This is Exhibit 44. This is that same purse that was located?
Yes.
Okay.
I zoomed in on the bag as he's coming in. If you look at this,
And Exhibit 43.
it looks like a
This is
purse.
the pink water bottle
Looks like a purse in there.
that was seen Stephanie carrying out and Mr. Pahl carrying in.
Yes.
Now, as you prepared to interview Mr. Pahl, why was it important for you to have some of this information before you actually sit down and talk with Mr. Pahl?
So we figure out again a timeline of who would have last seen Stephanie or been with her.
Okay. And the interview of Mr. Pahl occurs after the execution of the search warrant?
It does.
Okay. Mr. Pahl was transported to the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department?
Yes.
And there, did you read him a copy of what's known as his Miranda warnings?
It was. I did not, but it was read to him.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 73. You didn't actually fill this form out, but you were present with Detective Fredericks when this occurred?
Yes.
Okay. And ultimately, you then, Mr. Pahl agreed to speak with you and Detective Fredericks and answer some questions?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you... I'm going to show you Exhibit 75, and I'm going to ask just for you to look at it first, and we'll see if you recognize that. We can go to slide 2, please. Detective Sykes, do you recognize what you're looking at there?
I do.
Okay. What is this?
This is interview room 1 of the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department's Detective Bureau, and that is myself, Detective Fredericks, and Mr. Pahl.
Okay. And are all of these slides clips of that interview that you conducted with Mr. Pahl and Detective Fredericks on September 17th? You can scroll down.
Yes.
Okay. I would move Exhibit 75 into evidence and permission to publish.
No objection. All right, 75 is admitted. What about 73?
I'm not moving that in yet.
Okay, all right.
So we will start with the first clip in slide 2, please.
Why does it say 74? Why does it say 74? I have to say the whispers louder. Please have good audio. Please have good audio.
You're going to play the video. There's audio as well.
There is audio, Judge, and...
I'm not going to ask my reporter to try to transcribe it. Is that okay with you?
Yes, please.
Is that okay with the defense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Do you guys talk to your daughter on a regular basis? Is it estranged? I don't know what the relationship's like.
Oh no, we my daughter moved. She's on a stay and she's happy with.
Have you talked to her recently? In the last
No, not recently. I talked to her a little bit when Stephanie was up north in July, going into August. That's where I had somebody else help me with my foot. In May, it was really bad. I couldn't even stand in the shower. I needed a caretaker, and she came over once in a while and helped me.
Stephanie did, or the caretaker?
Stephanie did, and I had somebody else help me. But
where's she living?
Mostly at her parents, except when she would come over and help me. Okay. She went up north up at the Dells, and she texted me many texts saying that, she was sorry what happened to my leg, that, she wished that she would have called me that day. That's a whole different story in itself what happened, but if we would have been together, it would never would have happened, but that's a whole different story. And she texted me saying that I feel so helpless. My nobody in my family gives a shit about me. I can pull it right off my phone. Sure. I can show you right off my phone. Yeah, or I'm sure, right? You guys, maybe you got my phone tapped. Maybe you already know.
Nobody's phone tapped.
Okay, what? But, I have the text, and she begged me to pick her up. She said, "Please pick me up." And something happened up north where she just snapped. She freaking snapped, and they said that she went out in the woods, and they had to find her out in the woods.
Where?
Up north, in the Dells.
Is there somebody who lives up north? Like, what was she doing up north?
Well, her parents have a place up there, timeshare, just like my family does.
So who from her family was telling you about her wandering off into the woods?
Well, she told me, and the little time that I talked to Layla was like really concerned, and they just totally alienated her up there, and her depression. And I told her, I said, please do not take the medication that one of the doctors is prescribing you. One of the doctors was just prescribing too much medication, and one of them is Zoloft. And I have medical people in my family, and that's one of the black box that can actually cause homicidal or suicidal situations for people, and that's documented. That's not coming from me. Look up the research. I'm not trying to be Joe Know-it-all here. That's pretty much everybody knows that some of those serious antidepressants are not good.
Agreed. Yeah.
So something snapped in her, and she said, "Please come and pick me up." And
Zoloft users unite.
I picked her up from home, and she came, helped me for a little bit. She helped me. She went with me to look at a bed in case I was going to purchase it, because I wasn't going to be able to put it, because at that time I'm still supposed to be on crutches right now. You can get it. I have a 3-prong fracture in my foot. My foot was swollen up like this. I couldn't move that good.
Yeah.
Just this last 2 weeks going through therapy, it finally broke through, and the swelling went down, and I'm actually able to get my feet in the shoes now. Good. Otherwise, I was on crutches and in a walking boot. So we went to the bed thing, and she wasn't right. I told her, I said, I'm looking at you, and something's not right. And she was always really sneaky with stuff, I tried to help her with that stuff, but she was always trying to escape whatever demons were in her head. She just wanted to.
Detective Seitz, before this portion of the interview started, had you told Mr. Pahl anything about Stephanie or her whereabouts?
I don't believe so before this portion.
Okay. Did he know why he was there to talk to you?
No.
Did you tell him that you were there to investigate the death of Stephanie?
No.
Had anyone up to the point made any death notification to Mr. Pahl?
No.
Okay. We can play the next clip, please.
Just talk to your daughter on a regular basis? Is it?
Next clip.
Asked about Stephanie, why this happened to her. When I first met Stephanie, she was absolutely fine up here. Okay, she was diagnosed with grand mal seizures during this period where
Second slide should be. This is 4. This should be slide 3, 2008 to 2014. Okay. So I think we need to go back to slide 2. There we go. Nope, that's one, Sherry. Okay. Yes, please. Yeah.
you guys talk to your daughter on a regular basis? Is it estranged? I don't know what the relationship's like.
Oh no, we my daughter moved. She's on the stage. She's happy with.
Have you talked to her recently?
No, not recently. I talked to her a little bit when Stephanie was up north in July.
We heard this already.
Going.
Can you go back to the previous slide? I don't know if this one's like, this should start in 1959. Can we play slide 2, please? Starting at 1950.
Already that you didn't do anything wrong. All we have is some basic questions for you, okay? Again, we're not trying to trick you.
That's what I've heard before, and that's what you say, but how do I know?
Because all I'm asking you is to have a little faith that I'm not lying to you, okay? You've never met us, all right? I'm asking you just to go on a little bit of a limb, but I'm not.
That's what I live on, faith, because that's a hell of a lot stronger word than hope,
okay?
Okay.
All right.
I don't hope, I have faith, okay?
If at any
because I know I didn't do anything wrong, for whatever reason you have me here.
That's what I want to talk about, okay?
It doesn't matter what you found in my apartment. Everything that I have in my apartment is legal.
Sure.
Okay?
Right.
I wouldn't be that freaking stupid if I did have something illegal. I would not have something.
Matt, nobody thinks you're stupid, all right? And again, if we start disrespecting you, then...
No, but I'm just saying, I go by my gut, okay? And if I feel that, I'm going to be played, that's it, attorney,
I'm not trying to play you.
Yeah, we're just having a conversation about it. That's all.
And again, we have some real basic questions, and you can answer whatever questions you choose to. If you don't want to answer a question, don't answer it.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Do you have any? Are you curious at all about why we want to talk to you?
Well, of course I am.
And that's kind of why.
That's why I asked what.
Right, because we haven't accused you of doing anything wrong, right?
Something that happened yesterday. I mean, I went right over by it, but please, I mean, nobody.
We're not here about anything yesterday, okay? Okay, and neither of us has accused you of doing anything wrong. All we want to do is talk to you.
Not yet, but you have a job. Your job is to make a case.
Yeah, find the truth. Yeah, fact finders. You know what I mean?
Please, I hope so.
That's all we're like I said. Me and Brian are not about putting
this is
stuff
weird.
On people that didn't do it. Okay, I promise you. All right. I know you never met us, so I'm shooting you straight. Okay?
Oh, I've seen both you guys before.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
We have no desire.
Very observant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's good.
I've seen you make a few busts in the undercover capacity.
Let's talk about Stephanie. What is she to you?
What's this guy? I've been stalking the police? Is that what he's saying?
God. Stephanie is the mother of my daughter. And you guys already know that.
Yeah. Do you guys have a current relationship?
This is a tough question.
We've always had some type of relationship with helping each other.
Yeah.
She helped me. She was spending a lot of time with her family and friends, and she helped me recently when I broke my ankle. She helped me out quite a bit, and I was quite thankful for that. I had a few other family members that helped. When I've been with her, this is well documented with her doctors. It's well documented with the suicide attempts that she's made in numerous places. Back in April, she took a whole bottle of pills by her parents' house, and they just kind of blew it off like it was nothing. And I tried to get her to stop the medications, to get help.
What did she take when she overdosed it by her parents? Like, what was she taking?
She was taking, one of the doctors was prescribing her a lot of medications, antidepressants, pain medications, benzoins, and a lot of times I would go with her to pick up the medications, which the pharmacist has well documented that I would go there and pick them up, or we would go together. And a lot of times I would give the medications my daughter. Allegedly, my daughter. There's never been a DNA test to definitively prove that. Okay.
What?
I believe in my heart she's my daughter, but I have a brother that's deceased that we're very close to each other. And we all lived together at one time, 20 years ago. So,
excuse me? I believe my daughter might be my brother's.
What was it?
You said she takes antidepressants, so she's been diagnosed with depression.
Oh yeah, I actually. What's going on here?
Do you know where she is? Do you know when's the last time you saw her?
No.
You don't know where she is? Do you remember the last time you saw her?
No, weeks ago.
Weeks ago?
And I'm sick to my stomach.
Why is that?
Because I have a bad feeling.
Walk me through the last, when you said you saw her a few weeks ago, where were you guys?
I can't recall the exact time that I saw her. She, do you want to go to that, or do you want to stick on the antidepressants? And the few times I had to go to the hospital with her because she was in such poor condition.
We'll come back to that.
I also have documentation. I called the suicide line. She attempted to slash her wrist.
When was that?
She started this stuff 3 or 4 years ago, and I just didn't know where my place was in that. I wanted to do everything I could for her, but I didn't want her to get locked up in a mental home. And she kept telling me that she was getting better. She was going to get better. She was recently seeking treatment through the hospital. But I would say the last year, she was just, since the beginning of the year, she was just out of control.
With what? Like as far as what?
It's just threatening suicide all the time. Threatening suicide all the time. Slashing her wrists, taking pills. And it really got to me. It was really a serious situation.
Well, it sounds like it. I mean, taking a bunch of pills like that and slashing the wrist. What was she being like? Why was she depressed? What was she feeling that way from?
She just wanted to be a mother. I mean, part of this whole ordeal is her kid was taken away from this exact entity.
Wow. This is. Can we hear this part? That'd be nice. I guess we can't hear this part. You can't have good audio and get to hear everything at the same time. But just listening to him talking, he wants to direct the conversation. He wants the prosecutors to focus on
into slide 3
on her mental health.
200854.
Do you guys talk to your daughter on a regular basis? Is it estranged? I don't know what the relationship's like.
Oh no, we my daughter moved. She's on the stage. She's happy with.
Have you talked to her recently? In the last
No, not recently. I talked to her a little bit when Stephanie was up north in
Why
July.
do we keep going back to the same clip?
Into August. That's where I had somebody else help me with my foot. In May, it was really bad. I couldn't even stand in the shower. I needed a caretaker. And she came over once in a while and helped me.
Stephanie did, or the caretaker?
Stephanie did. And I had somebody else help me. But
where's she living?
It's like deja vu all over again.
Except when she would come over and help me. Okay. She went up north up at the Dells, and she texted me many texts saying that, she was sorry what happened to my leg. That, she wished that she would have called me that day. That's a whole different story in itself what happened. But if we would have been together, it would have never happened. But that's a whole different story. And she texted me saying that I feel so helpless. Nobody in my family gives a shit about me. I can pull it right off my phone. Sure. I can show you right off my phone. Yeah, or I'm sure you guys. Maybe you got my phone tapped. Maybe you already know.
We've heard this before.
I have the text, and she begged me to pick her up. She said, "Please pick me up." And something happened up north where she just snapped she freaking snapped, and they said that she went out in the woods, and they had to find her out in the woods.
Who said?
Where?
Up north, in the hills.
Who is there? Somebody who lives up north? Like, what was she doing up north?
Well, her parents have a place up there, timeshare, just like my family does.
So who from her family was telling you about her wandering off into the woods?
Well, she told me, and the little time that I talked to Layla was like really concerned, and they just totally alienated her up there, and her depression. And I told her, I said, please do not take the medication that one of the doctors is prescribing you. One of the doctors was just way prescribing too much medication, and one of them is Zoloft. And I have medical people in my family, and that's one of the black box that can actually cause homicidal or suicidal situations for people, and that's documented. That's not coming from me. Look up the research. I'm not trying to be Joe Know-it-all here. I mean, that's pretty much everybody knows that some of those serious antidepressants are not good.
So many questions.
Something snapped in her, and she said, "Please come and pick me up." And I picked her up from home, and she came, helped me for a little bit. She helped me. She went with me to look at a bed in case I was going to purchase it, because I wasn't going to be able to put it, because at that time I'm still supposed to be on crutches right now. I mean, you can get it. I have a 3-prong fracture in my foot. I mean, my foot was swollen up like this. I couldn't move that good. Yeah. Just this last 2 weeks going through therapy, it finally broke through, and the swelling went down. And I'm actually able.
I've got to fix this myself. I'm not sure if somehow I messed this up. Let's go forward to where she was talking. Just doesn't make sense. We've heard this a couple times, and we don't need to hear it again. I think something must have happened here that it's my fault again, or whoever has the internet. Who's on the internet watch today? Okay, let's try this.
Seeking treatment to the hospital. But I would say the last year, she was just, since the beginning of the year, she was just out of control.
With what? Like, as far as what?
It's just threatening suicide all the time. Threatening suicide all the time, slashing her wrists, taking pills. And it really got to me. It was really a serious situation.
Well, it sounds like it. I mean, taking a bunch of pills like that and slashing the wrist. What was she being like? Well, why was she depressed? What was she feeling that way from?
She just wanted to be a mother. I mean, part of this whole ordeal is her kid was taken away from this exact entity.
This is where the audio cuts out. Stopped in to request you count true in this trial, and look at that. You got me covered. Thanks, Jenny. We do. We've got trues and corrects. There's a little bit of quiet here. Give us just a second. Audio will come back in. But she's going to look back at us. She's just confirming what just happened in that interview. Here's volume.
Listen to slide 3, which starts at 20:08:54.
20:08:54.
Do you guys talk to your daughter on a regular basis? Is it estranged? I don't know what the relationship is.
No more time
warps. Oh, no, my daughter moved. She's on a state she's happy with.
Have you talked to her recently?
No, not recently. I talked to her a little bit when Stephanie was up north in July.
I'm so confused.
Going into August.
I've touched
where
nothing.
I had somebody else help me with my foot. In May, it was really bad. I couldn't even stand in the shower. I needed a caretaker, and she came over once in a while and helped me.
Stephanie did, or the caretaker?
Stephanie did, and I had somebody else help me. But she,
where's she living?
Mostly in.
I give up. This is nuts. Hold, please. We're gonna fix this. Where? 5:31. We're gonna add 8 minutes to that. 5:42. What are we hearing?
Well, the purse is there. She's got her phone. She should be okay.
Yeah.
So, then I notice when I get home, whenever after I found it first, that
okay, now we're okay. That's the new stuff. We're gonna grab this. Hang on. I don't know why there's a time.
Is this the morning, the afternoon, the evening?
Hang on. I'll get you on the screen.
A conversation in your phone that would, I think you said something about going to look for bed.
Backing up a little bit.
You know it all in life because you got a lot to learn. And
Sorry, guys. I'm an amateur.
She just snapped.
She just snapped. There we go.
And just left. She would come and go. Sometimes she would come over and I would just say, what's wrong? And she would say, I gotta go. And her mother always picked her up.
That was weird.
So,
because you said if you think it's been a couple of weeks since you last saw her, if you go back, think about the last time you saw her. Where was that?
It's been over a couple of weeks. I don't remember exactly. Yeah.
Bless you. Yeah. Well, we got our DNA sample.
Why? Where is she?
That's what we're trying to find out. We don't know. She's missing.
Eat your ham sandwich, dude.
So we're trying to figure out
your Gatorade.
Who saw her last, where she was.
I heard something on the social media that there was an abduction in Delafield.
An abduction?
Something of an abduction.
When was that?
Or just a couple of days ago. They were looking into some type of abduction. I'm actually. First of all, I don't talk.
Yeah, you do.
Since this happened, since there was a rift between my side of the family and her side of the family about what happened with Layla, and I don't talk to her mom and dad.
Okay.
We just don't talk. We don't call. We don't. The only person I talk to is Layla, and Layla's a teenager now, and she knows it all, and she does what she wants, and she flip flops from side to side, and so I just let her do her thing because I know I went through the same thing. I was just like her when I was young. I didn't listen, and I try to do my best with her, and telling her to be careful, and don't think you know it all in life because you got a lot to learn. And I actually haven't spoke to her for since they were up north, just a little bit on the video when the whole family up there was fighting. And
that's when you talked to Layla last?
Yeah, not much. She was on video and just making goofy eyes and stuff.
Yeah. I get what you said, that Stephanie she goes on these, you said these, like, almost like little episodes where she leaves and comes back.
She totally disappeared. And now I'm really worried. I actually wanted to call the parents, and I was also thinking about coming in and making some type of report, but with all the things that have happened to me in the past, I start thinking, right away,
This isn't
right away they're gonna.
Right. This isn't so much about you. It's about Stephanie. We're trying to figure out where she is, who last saw her. That's what we're trying to figure out. So if you can think back, because you said, I understand you said you've had a lot of history with her, but recall the last time you saw her, where it was. Did she say anything? Where was she going? Where were you going? Like that kind of stuff.
No, it was close to when we were out looking at beds.
When was that about?
Somewhere in the middle of, somewhere around the middle of last month.
You said there's some kind of conversation in your phone that would, I think you said something about going to look for beds, which we could look at. You know what that would be?
No, that's not in the phone. No, the pictures of the text that I took with some of the things that she was saying to me.
Where did you guys look at beds at?
A few places. We went to Steinhoffels. We went to.
Remember, this was like a weekend, a weekday?
Milwaukee.
Okay. Remember, is this the morning, the afternoon, the evening?
There's going to be video cameras of that.
See, here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Didn't happen.
When I really got worried and didn't understand what was going on is she put her purse in the back of my truck, in the back seat.
Okay.
And
Give me the verdict form, please.
I took it out.
Need to make some
but
notes.
I didn't notice that the purse was there until I went to the car wash and cleaned, because if you search the vehicle, I hope you didn't rip open the doors. You guys had my keys. You just had to open up the keys with the doors with the keys.
Right, nothing's damaged.
We know how to open doors.
Sir. I didn't notice the purse because I had from me not being able to move around, I just threw a bunch of shit in the back of my seat. Bags and clothes and stuff. I have a bag back there for when I go swimming. I have a gym bag because we go to the Y, we go to Planet Fitness.
Let's talk about swimming for a while.
What kind of purse was it that she dumped?
Dumped?
Did you say she dumped it in the backseat or tossed it in the backseat or whatever?
I didn't notice that the purse was in the back seat until I went to the car wash about a week ago.
Yeah.
And I took out my car mats and I started cleaning everything, and lo and behold, I see her purse, and then that's when I was like thinking, oh, this is strange. But she's done that before.
Yeah.
She's left with her purse behind.
Yep.
She also left. So I'm thinking, well, okay, well the purse is there. She's got her phone. She should be okay.
Yeah.
So then I notice when I get home, whenever after I found the purse, that she left her phone and the iPad at my apartment.
Okay. What was the purse?
The iPad was something that. Now we had our phones on for many years on and off through one contract, so that was not unusual for us to swap iPads or swap phones.
Okay.
I mean, you can look into it. It's on T-Mobile. I can sit here and bullshit you.
No.
The phone is still on. In fact, I went on the phone, and I was looking for any type of messages. I couldn't call her because the phone was at my place.
What kind of purse is it though? Is what I'm asking. That she left in the back of your truck.
Black purse.
Black purse. Yeah. Was there any like marks on it, or did it have anything distinguishable? I'm not a purse. You know what I mean? Like I know women have.
Well, if you guys went into my apartment, did you find a purse?
Where was it in there? I didn't spend a whole lot of time there. We had other stuff we were working on. So.
What were you working on there?
What's that?
Were you looking for her?
No. We weren't working on there. I said we were there for a little while and we had to go.
Well, what were you looking for in there?
For where?
In my apartment.
We're getting there. Like I'm trying to find out like where was Stephanie last seen? Who was she went last with?
You guys said you went bed or mattress shopping, right? Do you know? Okay, so walk me through that day, Matt. Okay, so you guys went looking around at different mattresses or bed frames or what? Mattresses?
Yeah.
You said you went to a couple different places like Steinhoff.
Yeah, we went to a couple different places.
Did you guys order a mattress? Did you buy a mattress?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys come back to your apartment? Do you remember?
Yeah. After that, we did.
Did she spend the night?
Yep.
Okay.
I believe she spent the night, and then we went to. The next day, we went somewhere, and I believe that's the day she took off. And I thought, well, that's nothing new because she's done this. She calls her mom.
When she took off, where? So you wake up, right? She spent the night. Are you guys at the apartment? Are you staying at the apartment? Do you leave together? Does she leave? Do you leave? Like that's what we're trying to figure out. Can you walk me through that morning? So you wake up. You said you thought you may have went somewhere. Do you remember where you guys went, or where you went, or where she went?
Yeah, we went to. I was going to Orthopedic Associates.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we've paused at 20:27:48 in the time counter. Detective, you started your questioning of Mr. Pahl. The first slide started at 19:59. That sound accurate?
Yes.
Okay. And so the first time that you're able to get Mr. Pahl to indicate when the last time he saw Ms. Pavlons and where is that 20:27 in the interview?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Half an hour later.
With you? Did she stay at the apartment?
She went with me to orthopedic. She went with me a couple times. Yeah.
Okay. So that day.
In fact, I was there Friday the 9th. I had a doctor's appointment Friday the 9th. When
9th of September?
Yeah, when there was a huge crime scene there.
But you weren't there when you last saw her. You said you weren't there.
I was there Friday when I saw a huge crime scene there.
Okay.
What happened there?
Well, real quick, Matt. You said you went with her to an appointment at orthopedics.
You guys know something you're not telling me.
No, we're trying to figure out where she is or who last saw her. So I guess you just told me you said you guys went to orthopedics together.
Yeah. I've been going to orthopedics since.
Right. This is the day after
May.
Right. This is the day after though. You guys went mattress shopping.
I can't recall the exact dates, but she went there with me a few times.
Okay. This would be the last time that you would have seen her though in the last few weeks. You said this one would be kind of I would you're thinking back. You haven't seen her since this day, and you said you guys went out there.
I believe so.
Does she drive? Do you drive?
I drove, but sometimes in the beginning she drove because I wasn't supposed to drive because of my foot.
Do you remember if you went straight to orthopedics? Do you remember what time you went there, what your appointment was, anything like that?
Well, yeah, I had physical.
You know what time that would have been?
My times were all different.
Morning, afternoon?
Yeah, a lot of times they were in the morning.
Okay. She went with you there?
Yeah, she went with me a few times.
Did you go to your appointment that day, do you remember?
Yeah.
Did she come in with you?
I never missed any of my appointments. No. One time I came out of my appointment and I left the keys in the truck for her.
Is this the same time we're talking about the day after you went mattress shopping?
No, this is before.
No, so
I came, but this is kind of peculiar though.
Okay.
I came out and I walked out and the truck was running. I left the keys in there. If I'm not in the truck, I won't let her drive because I have to watch her because of the seizures and meds she's on. I'm obviously not going to let her drive. That's common sense.
Yep.
But because I wasn't supposed to drive, it's happened before where she's kind of went off the road and I grabbed the wheel. So I go out there and I'm like, what in the hell are you doing? She's like, oh my God, I had to put the air conditioner on. She goes, I lost my bladder. I'm like, what? Why? What are you doing? So immediately I thought that she was taking too many of her pills.
Okay. This day after, you said you had a morning appointment and you guys went out there together. You said when you got out there, you went into your appointment. So this is the last time you would have seen her, it sounds like. Okay. Did she come in the building with you, do you remember?
No.
She stayed in the truck?
Yeah, she stayed in the truck.
You finished your appointment?
Yeah.
Come out to your truck, and then what?
She's gone.
She's not in the truck anymore?
She's gone, yeah.
Did she have the keys or no? Do you remember?
Oh, no, I had keys.
Did she give you any indication she was going to go anywhere or like where she would be going?
No. She just, I was just perplexed with a lot of things, how she was acting. I just don't like this. It seems like you guys are trying to get me, for some reason, to be with her.
No, Matt.
What happened?
Matt,
where is she?
That's what we're trying to figure out, Matt. We don't know. Yeah, she's been missing, right? You said you haven't seen her for weeks. So we're trying to talk to everybody.
Please tell me. This is not normal for her not to get a hold of me. This is not normal for me not to hear something from her.
Right. When you got back out to your truck, Matt, and she wasn't there, did you go in the building? Did you check the bathroom?
Man, what's going on, man?
That's what we're trying to find out, Matt. Okay? Like you said, when you came out here.
What happened?
That's what we're trying to figure out, Matt. Matt, we're looking at you. You said when you came out to your truck, she wasn't there. Okay. What happened next?
At that particular time, I thought it was another time that she went and called her mom to pick her up.
Okay. You tried giving her a call?
No, I couldn't because she left the phone at the house.
She left her phone at the house?
Yeah, she left the phone at the house.
But you didn't really.
So, like I've done before, I drove up and down looking for her, and I can't, with my leg, I can't.
Oh, I got you. Did she have any bags with her, any property that she took with her?
No. I don't know what you were just going to say, but no, I knew that she didn't have a phone that time before I went in because I said I'll text you or something. She's like, oh no, I forgot my phone. And I thought that was really strange. But that wasn't unusual either. She's left her phone behind. Sometimes she brings her iPad. I really didn't notice. I just went in, I came out, and she was gone.
When you said you drove up and down, you looked for her. Did you?
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe she took a walk up the street. Maybe she called her mom. Maybe she was just venting, because she's had a habit of this in the past, to run out to the woods, call her mom, do stuff like that.
Okay. What did you?
I mean, when I was over on West Ave, she got really extremely upset over a phone call at Layla, and I got a picture of my phone. She ran out to the bushes, hid in the bushes, and started slashing her wrist. And then she said she was going to jump in front of a train, and I said she didn't have her phone that time either, but she went up, she covered her wrist, she went up to a store, and she called me from the store, and she said, I'm settled down now, and I'm just like, well, what's wrong? Talk to me. And she's like, well, I'll come back and talk to you.
Okay. This last time that you saw her when she wasn't in the truck, you said you drove up and down looking for her. Did you ever go back to check the apartment and maybe she got a ride from someone? Did she get hold of her mom? Did you ask her mom if she'd seen her?
No, because me and the mom didn't talk. I mean, if she went with her mom, why wouldn't her mom? Her mom could have called me too.
Do you remember when you got back?
Ask her mom why she doesn't call me. Her mom doesn't. No, I'm just saying.
Do you remember when you got back to the apartment? Was she there?
You guys were over there yesterday talking to the parents.
I haven't talked to anybody's parents yesterday.
Somebody was.
Matt, you said when you got back.
Really?
Did you go?
Well, she's missing. That's the first place that you go to is the parents.
You said she never had a house yesterday. Yeah.
Not you, but somebody
on
was.
his face.
Did you go back here looking for her?
Did I go back to the apartment?
Yeah, after you were looking for her.
Yeah.
Do you remember if she was there at all?
Oh, no.
Was there anything there that gave you an indication that she had been there while you were in your appointment or anything like that?
No, not at this place, but at the last place, she got really bad and duplicated my key. No, she didn't duplicate the key. What did she do? She did something where she was able to get in the door, but it was the drugs that was making her whacked out. So she did some really whacked out stuff sometimes.
Okay, all right. Has she contacted you since then?
No. I'm not a social media person, but since
you were on social media
since
before.
the iPad was at the house, I did look on social media. I did look to see if she was active. Maybe she used her mom's phone or whatever, or and I noticed that her family was unusually active the last couple of days, and I started thinking, oh no, something's not right here, because this is. It's been. There have times that we haven't talked. We just done our own things.
I got you.
But not. This is
what? A little different?
Long. Yeah, I've been really having a sick feeling.
How long after that you saw her, Matt? How long after that appointment, when you went back to the apartment? You said you went to the car wash or something. That was like recently, though. That was a few days ago or a week ago.
Yeah, wait a second. I need to. You guys are. I'm being cooperative.
Yeah, I'm not trying to confuse you.
Really being honest. I just feel like I'm being boxed in the corner for some reason.
No, like I said, we're trying to figure out who last saw her, where she was going.
Okay, if that's all this was, why wouldn't you call me why wouldn't you call me up on the phone if you have my phone number?
I don't make those decisions.
Because I'm pretty sure parents have my phone number through Layla, but I don't even think I have their updated numbers because I don't talk to the parents.
Right. You said when Matt.
Not much. I mean, there were times I went over there and we said hi and goodbye to each other, but nothing. We don't talk on social media. We don't talk.
I'm trying to get as much pertinent information regarding Stephanie as I can. Okay. And you said you made a comment a little bit earlier about that, something about her purse in the back of the truck. Something about a car wash. I don't recall. What was that? Is it the same day or is this more recent?
No. I didn't know. The phone, the iPad and the phone wasn't that strange, but and she's walked away before without her phone and used other people's phones. So, but with the new phone, when I did see it, I thought that was kind of odd. And then when I did do the car wash, I thought it was really odd that the purse was in the back seat of my truck, and she had the wallet was in there. I looked. I mean, the wallet was in there. Her smoking stuff was in there.
Okay. And this is, so it would have had to have been in there from the last time you saw her for the appointment, right?
Yeah, I would believe so. Yeah, I would believe so.
I mean, did you see it? Did you see it in the truck the day she left?
Oh, no. It was, I wasn't able to wash my truck for at least 2 weeks after. It was just recently.
Do you remember anything the last time you saw her, the day she left? Did she leave anything in the car that you could, you thought was odd? That you noticed?
Yeah. I didn't notice it right away. I noticed it when I cleaned the car out and I pulled the car mats out, which...
That's when you found the purse.
Which you guys already know. What was in there? Well, come on, man. Stop playing stupid.
We haven't gone through your car, man.
Yeah, I did not.
You just said you had a warrant for the car.
That doesn't mean we did anything with it.
I did not. Neither one of us had. We're here talking to you. Okay. I'm trying to...
Where is the truck?
We have a truck.
Where?
Not far.
There's nothing you're going to find in it than what I've already told you.
Well, that's good.
What do you think? Do you think I cut up a body in there or something?
Why would you go to that?
No, man.
Well, why would you take the truck? Usually that's what you take a truck for. You look for evidence of some type of...
We're trying to be thorough, man. That's all we're trying to do, okay? Just like we would be for anybody that's missing, okay? Why would she throw her... You know why she would throw her purse in the back of the car?
You guys aren't being honest. Oh, shit.
Oh, my foot hurts. Ow.
Do you know why? Has she ever thrown her purse in the way back in the truck before? And a week goes by or 2 weeks goes by, and then all of a sudden you find it when you were cleaning it out.
You're not going to tell me that this ain't going down the road if something happened to her that it was my fault, because that's...
Man, all I'm asking you is questions about the last time you saw her. That's it. I haven't accused you of anything, and neither is my partner.
Did you see it?
Did I see what?
What was in the car?
I did not look in your truck.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're going to say somebody else found it or whatever. The day that I found the purse,
yeah.
When I cleaned the truck out, there was a note underneath. There was a note underneath the car mat.
Well, that's
It wasn't anything that I haven't already heard before through email, through texting about threatening her life. But in the note, she didn't threaten her life. She said that, I'm tired of everybody. I hate everybody. I hate you. I hate my parents. Fuck everybody. You know, that type of language.
That note's in your truck now?
Yeah.
You cleaned your car.
What did that note make you think?
You left it?
I just left it there because I have nothing to hide. I mean, come on, guys.
All I'm asking you, man, was that
you guys aren't stupid. If you're trying to accuse me of something,
man, no one's accusing you.
I wouldn't have any of this stuff. But
man,
I didn't know what to think about it, so I left it there.
I'm asking you what you thought.
Even my dad has been in the truck since there, and he read it. He said it just sounds like a cry, a plea for help.
Do you think she left that note that last time you saw her?
Possibly.
Did you?
I can't say for sure. Well, yeah, I have to go pee. That's probably a good educated guess because I didn't find it. I found it the same day I found the purse, pretty close to the last time I saw her. But then again, there's no date on it, and I have emails on my phone and emails of other times that she's threatened. Threaten. And numerous times I would call her up and say, look, I know you're getting your medications. I want to go with you, or I'm going to go get them. And if you don't allow me to, I'm going to call the police and I'm going to call the suicide police. I'm not going to let you take the whole goddamn fucking vial of pills.
Yeah.
And there's, when somebody, mental illness is a serious thing, and I did not know this until just recently, but she just had a scan of her brain, and they said that it was like of a football player getting hit in the head. Why do those football players that make millions of dollars a year get depressed? It's because it's a freaking mental illness. Okay, we don't fully understand our own brains. Why do they do the things they do? because it's a mental illness. I tried the best I could with her, but these last couple of years, she was just going off the deep end. And like my dad said, she should have been institutionalized. But nobody would listen. The fucking doctors wouldn't listen. They just kept prescribing more and more drugs, more and more drugs.
Was she against the idea of like seeing a doctor, like a psychologist or something?
I got her into seeing a therapist once a week.
Okay.
She was seeing a therapist to her medical thing, where they would be in a group and they would talk, and I asked her if she was doing better, that it'd help her, and she said yes. But she was always really sneaky with medication. She was always wanting to feel something different to help with that, whatever demon she had in her head. And I saw that she was on Zoloft in the past, and I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "Please don't do that again." And I did look at her medical chart, and I did notice that she was recently on Zoloft.
He had her medical chart?
The video stopped at 2048.03. I think there was a typo in our slide that says 2043.03. If we can go to the next slide, please, which would be slide 6. Yes, slide, please.
She was saying to help me out. I don't mean to offend you. Are you guys a couple, or is this monogamous? Or is she seeing anybody else that you know of that we can talk to?
I saw. Oh shit! I really have to go pee. All I saw on Messenger is that she was talking to a couple guys, but that's what she wants to do.
You guys aren't.
Oh no, we were never like to the point, whatever you want to call it, where you're obsessed with each other or whatever. That we kind of had just an open relationship where
you guys didn't have any titles or anything, boyfriend, girlfriend, or
no. We always had a deep feeling for love for each other, but we also understood that too. Everything that we went through and how many years we've been together, just like a normal couple that has been together for 15 years. I didn't understand that when I was younger, but you just fall out of love. Yeah. But you can still love that person and care for them. But
Absolutely.
It's not the type of love where it's sexual or what I want to use the word possessive or anything like that. We just cared for each other.
All right. Is there any name of a boyfriend or anything that you can think of?
I just saw her texting. I'm not sure who it was on social media. I don't know if she's seen these guys or not. I mean, all I read is that she was in Delfield and she was at the bar drinking, and I thought to myself, oh, Jesus, man, you're not supposed to be drinking on those medications.
Where did you see that? Just so I can go. Where did you see the thing about her in the Delfield bar drinking? Was that like a Facebook post she had, or like a text message? Or?
Yeah, it was.
Here comes the nose.
If you bring me my phone here, I can show you.
Okay.
I don't know if
It's Pinocchio.
That one I don't know if I can get into. Her phone, well, it's actually not her phone. Our phones they were all put on one contract, so we were kind of sharing the phones and iPads. We just did that years ago. I actually bought the phones, so they're actually my phones, but since I bought them, she just made the monthly payment out of her bank statement. We would set up some deals like that just to...
Okay, and slide 7, please.
The last, you had an appointment. Do you remember what day that appointment was? You saw her.
You guys, what's the deal? Am I walking out of here tonight, or am I going to tell you that I'm going to be an attorney?
I don't know. Are you asking for an attorney, man? Again, we're trying to figure out what we can find out about Stephanie. That's our focus.
Are you charging me with something?
Am I charging you with nothing? No.
Are you charging me with something?
No. We haven't accused you of anything.
You guys are allowed by law to lie, okay?
We're not charging you with anything. We're here asking you questions about Stephanie, and that's it.
I know there's I didn't do anything. There's nothing.
We're not accusing you.
There's nothing illegal in my truck. There's nothing illegal in my apartment.
Have we accused you of anything?
There's no illegal drugs in there. There's no weapons in there.
Yeah, we're not
I know I got a history. That's why you guys came the way you did, because I got a history of being heavily armed, which is another. See, I know. Okay, I know.
You were never charged with any kind of weapons violation.
No, that's another. Like I told you, another freaking nonsense thing.
Yep.
Somebody made up some story that I got guns or something or whatever. That's how it started.
Okay, the next slide, please.
I understand you have an open, ongoing investigation. You have a lengthy history with Stephanie. That's why.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, and it sounds like, as far as we know, you may have been the last person that saw her or talked to her. That's what we're trying to figure out. If you can help us point to where she is.
That's possible, but when she gets out and she takes off, right?
Yeah.
I that's out of my control. I can't be blamed for anything like that. And she, like I said, she has a history of that. She has a history of going up to strangers to use their phone. She has a history. Actually, when I first met her, I got out of prison. I met her right here in Waukesha, and I have empathy. I felt sorry for her. She was. I met her at the bowling alley, and she was with some shady character, and I got her away from that, and I changed her life around for the better. I got her to stop drinking. I got her license back. I had her go through treatment. I got her a job, and she was really, really a good young woman until the mental stuff started with the seizures and losing a kid.
Yeah. When you tried to reach out to her, recently, like, I don't know, was she responsive to it? Like, when you sat down with her and said, Stephanie, you need help or you need this, did she take you seriously?
I did everything I could, almost like the same techniques you guys use. I threatened. I said, I'm gonna call the damn place. I'm gonna get the suicide police. And this is when she was even by her parents' house. I said, your parents aren't gonna be happy because you're not gonna be able to hide in your room eating those pills, dying. I mean, even in front of Layla, when I went over there, she was walking around just like in a zombie state, and she was telling me and Layla that she was choking and coughing. Well, to what I know about opioids, that's near death. And then there were times where, because of her back, one of the doctors put her on fentanyl. And when I was around her, she would pass out. She'd be wheezing, and I got her off that. I'm like, my God, that's
Jennifer,
they're
overdoing
that. Overdoing that with you. And I got her off that. And I said, don't you want to live? I mean, why? There's so much to do in life. Life is so joyful. This is our time to. Everybody thinks that. It's going to be better wherever we go after this. How do we know that? You should enjoy every time. Nobody knows what's on the other side. It might be a lot different than what people expect. Yeah, I'm a Christian, but I'm just saying I get into heavy conversations about religion and what it's, what the image of God is. He might be different than some guy sitting up there with a long beard and a throne. He might look like an alien or something.
Yeah.
In fact, I've been doing a lot of reading on that recently. They're starting to prove that there's ancient civilizations that they keep hushing up about. I don't know if you guys study history, but
not to that extent, no.
No. Well,
no.
History is really, really interesting. People in power that
about
control
Stephanie.
History, they control the future. And if they control the present, they control the past. Those are the people in power. You know who said that?
No.
George Orwell.
Oh, yeah?
1984. When I wrote to the judge about them being able to monitor your kids and this and that, he thought I was crazy, but now, that was like 15 years ago, but now the way society's coming with phones and technology and being able to watch people, it's not too far off from the truth.
Was there anything in...
Sorry, you guys.
Sorry. Was there anything you found in her purse that would make you think anything was wrong? Like, it's weird.
Yeah, for me, she quit smoking. She quit smoking, but she had vapes in there. And the vapes were on and off. I thought that was odd.
Yeah.
I thought that, looking in there, seeing that she had her wallet and cards in there, I thought that was odd. But she's done that before when she's called people up to get picked up.
Okay.
That's all stuff that she's done before, including the note that she put in the car. And it wasn't a known. You'll find it. It's right underneath the passenger car mat, I believe.
You put it under the passenger car mat?
I didn't put it there. She did.
Well, you pulled it out to read it, and your dad read it, right?
Yeah, I didn't notice it until the same day that I found the person back.
Right, and then you read it, and then your dad read it.
Yeah.
And then you put it back underneath the...
Yeah, I just kept it in the car because...
Because why?
What does a person do in a situation like that? You know, I'm thinking it's going to look stupid if I throw stuff away, so I'm going to leave it the way it was in case for whatever reason somebody has to read it or whatever.
Yeah.
That's my logical thinking.
Did she leave anything other than the purse in the truck? Do you remember?
No, just the purse. Had I saw the purse and the note together, I would have called the police right away, most likely. But I didn't. And I didn't hear...
You saw it the same day.
My gut feeling was that her mom was going to pick her up because she had a prescription ready that day. So my gut feeling was that she was playing the game of having her mom go get the prescription so she could take... So nobody would help her take her doses like she was supposed to. Okay? It's not, my dad's done it. My dad's a pharmacist, by the way, and after a while he would not even fill her prescriptions anymore because he got so scared. Okay? Me, Layla, her parents were supposed to, I really don't know how cooperative her parents were about that because I didn't talk about it. She told me that they did, but I had a feeling that she was lying about that.
Sure.
But with me, I would give her prescriptions as prescribed, period. Because I cared about her, okay? And I've seen what happened to her when she was taking too many pills.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing I needed was, for her to OD with me, with just like you guys said, that I'm known as being armed. Well, how is that going to look if...
Well, I mean, it looks like she overdosed and you called 911 to help. That's how it would look. Who cares about you being flagged for having a gun if this girl overdosed, right? Like, who gives a shit about what it looks like?
Well, me, I'm a little paranoid, so I start thinking that, somehow I'm going to get blamed for it. I got...
Yep.
Next slide, please.
Wow.
And if she would ever overdose while she's at your house or with you wherever,
well,
calling 911 is really the best. Like, even, if it was too far gone to help, I mean, calling is...
Okay, I'll rephrase that. What I did is, when her breathing wasn't, I would stay up and I would shake her and I would make sure she wouldn't take any more medication. What I was saying is, I was scared to death that I would wake up next to a dead body.
Okay? Yeah, I would agree with that.
And then somebody saying, oh, well, you gave it to her, you did this, or you did that, or whatever.
Next slide, please.
These are good.
You start getting, so the day that she wasn't in the truck when you come back, at what point did you start worrying?
It started really worrying when I thought, okay, after I drove, by the way, this wouldn't be the first time that I drove looking for her.
No, I got you.
Okay, I thought, okay, she's gonna get her medications, and then she's gonna call me, and then she's gonna say she's sorry. I'll have you, Layla, Layla's on the picture now, but Layla used to help with that, monitor my meds again, because I don't want you calling my doctor. I don't know how many times I threatened to call the doctor or the suicide police or whatever. I started getting worried when I saw a text on the phone saying that the medication was ready to get picked up.
Is this the same day? Is this the next day?
This is it was supposed to be the next day, but I didn't get to the pharmacy till another day after. Okay. So I went and picked up the medication, and then I thought to myself, well, probably be getting a phone call soon from her. From her parents.
To get her meds.
Yeah, to get her meds. And then I thought, strange, maybe she finally did what she was going to say and go in and quit. For a minute there, she started saying, you know what, maybe I'll just go in and get off these meds and see if they can lower even my seizure medication, because even my dad said she was on such a high dose of seizure medication that she couldn't even go a day without that medication, and she would start shaking and going into seizures.
Okay.
So then I thought, well, maybe she's in treatment, but I don't know if I can call the mental health. I don't even think they'll tell me if she's in there. And then I thought, I really didn't know what to think. I thought, well, maybe she probably got some pills stashed at her parents' house from the last situation. When I found the purse and I found the note, that's when I started thinking, oh no, this ain't good. And that's the truth.
Yeah. So you said once you do the car wash thing, right? That's when you find the purse. You take it in the house, in your apartment. So where do you get your car washed?
Over in what is that? It's got a hand washer. Put it installed.
Arcadian?
Mm-hmm.
By John's Root Beer? That's where you go?
Yeah.
Right.
So when you had just your purse or whatever, did you just like sling it over your shoulder when you brought it in, or did you have a bunch of stuff with you, or like what? That was the only thing she had, right? In your car?
I don't think that would that.
Well, right. I get, yeah. I mean,
that sounded a little funny.
Yeah. That did sound wrong. You didn't sling it over your shoulder like a purse, but you just carried it in. So
how long are you going to keep the truck? How am I going to get back tonight?
You know what?
How am I going to get back home tonight?
The deputy's going to give you right there. That's why he's still hanging out here.
Is that the truth?
Yeah, no other reason to just sit there and take up space.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't my apartment torn apart?
Yeah, we went through some things, so yeah.
Nothing's broken.
Did you take anything?
A couple items, but it's not as messy. I would say it's a little messier than how you left it. Okay.
Can I ask what you took? I'll find out.
Yeah, but I don't even know. There was a list they were putting together, what was taken.
Yeah. It's mainly stuff for her. Trying to figure out where she is or what would lead us to.
Well, yeah, because you should be taking any of my stuff.
We're focusing on stuff.
Because she had a few items of clothes there.
Okay.
That were in the closet.
Okay.
Some of them that were bought recently when she was up in the Dells, and she had one little section in front of my bed where she would keep her clothes, and that's where I put her purse.
All right.
Other than that, there's
any of her electronics, anything like that?
Well, the iPad she used, she would keep there. Sometimes she'd take it with her. The phone, our two phones are kind of linked on the same plan, so.
Okay. What do you mean? I'm sorry. Linked on the same plan?
They're linked on the same plan.
So it's both your lines are through T-Mobile,
exactly.
Right? Just like a family plan kind of thing, or whatever.
Right, yeah. Right. So that we both use both phones.
You guys share, like you exchange phones?
We just got a new, whatever it is, she was all excited about it, the new Samsung 22 Lightning, so she was using that.
Okay.
Most of the time, and that was sitting right in my room, on my dresser.
Gotcha. All right.
I had nothing on there that I have to hide.
On her phone?
On any phone. Anything.
Right. I gotcha.
It's just if you don't know something, what do you know that she's missing? Can I ask a few questions? Because
of course,
this is like you have to know something if you're concerned about her phone. I mean, yes, it's something's not right that she hasn't texted or called.
Right.
But what else do you know?
With regards to what?
Did something happen to her?
We're trying to figure that out. Okay. That's why we're talking to you to see when the last time you spoke with her or last time you saw her, and the circumstances of where you guys were, where we should be looking.
He knows they're lying.
What happened to her?
I don't have any reason to believe something happened to her.
You know, me and her at one time were very close.
Okay.
I got a really bad feeling.
Right now, or when you found the purse, or when?
No, I had a really bad feeling the last couple of days.
Okay. I mean, what's the longest, you said it's been a few weeks since you've seen her, correct? Okay. You said that's normal or not normal for her?
It's not normal this long, although we have gone for periods of time not talking. I mean, not seeing each other, but generally always getting a text or, hey, how you doing, or something like that.
Yeah. Have you talked to anybody about your concerns with her?
Well, yeah, I mean, me and my dad are close, and he just keeps telling me, you gotta stop. You gotta stop worrying about it. You know, her mental illness is not you. You can't beat yourself up over it. You can't. You can only do so much for somebody.
All right.
Wow. This guy's a piece of work.
Do you think she's
Johnson?
Do you think she was taken?
I don't know.
He knows there was a huge crime scene where the body was.
You understand that? Then we do
He's like, how could you not have found her?
Seriously, so we pull out all the strings on resources to try to figure out if somebody went missing, when they went missing, where they went missing from, who they talked to, who saw them.
So you're regular sheriffs.
Washoe County Sheriff, yeah.
What do you investigate?
Everything.
So you're a homicide detective?
No, our department's not specialized enough to have a homicide division. Why do you think homicide?
Well, I'm just thinking that, I hope you're not thinking that I did something or I made her disappear or something. I'm just asking, if you're homicide, then...
No. Like I said again, we haven't sat here and accused you of anything, okay? We're just asking questions about her whereabouts.
No, I really...
So Matt, you understand that when we have these types of cases, we pull out all the stops and resources, right? Okay? You understand that? Okay. You see that's August 23rd, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. That's her going out.
Well, of course. Right. Of course you're going to have pictures going in and out.
That's her going out to the truck.
And I told you I saw it.
I'm just showing you some stuff, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right? That's her walking out to the truck, okay?
That's the purse, right?
Yeah, that's the purse.
A couple of minutes later, you're walking out over here, and the truck drives away, and you guys go off to the appointment. I think you guys went to Quick Trip. Does that sound familiar?
I don't recall.
But you went to your appointment that day at 8:30, right? Okay. All right. Okay. This is where we need to figure out something because it doesn't make any sense. All right. That's you coming back the same day at 11:14. Okay. Hold on. Listen, Matt. You're holding her water bottle, and Matt. Okay. That's you going upstairs wearing the same shirt you have on now. Okay. This is the same day. And at 12:29, so less than an hour later, you walk in
with her purse,
and that's her purse in the bag. Okay. So this whole story, Matt.
That's her purse in the bag.
Yes, Matt. Yeah. So the whole story about finding the purse in the truck later makes it wouldn't have happened.
Oh no.
Matt, that's her purse in a plastic bag. Okay. That you carried inside after you carried her water bottle in. That she walked. Matt, look. You see? That's her water bottle, and that's her purse. Okay? You walk in with her water bottle. You go upstairs.
What time is this?
12. When you got home, Matt.
Yeah, that's when I came back from my appointment.
Right. So you carried in her water bottle and her purse that same day. This is the 23rd, the same day. This isn't a week or two later at the car wash, where you found it in the back seat with a note that you'd then read and then stuck underneath the floor mat. Matt.
Yeah.
That's not her purse in the bag.
It is her purse in the bag.
No, that's closed.
It's closed, Matt?
That's closed.
Who's closed?
Yeah. That's clothes I had in the back. That's not a purse.
It is her purse, Matt.
No, it's not. It's not. That's not her purse.
How do you figure, Matt?
Because it's not. That's a bag.
Can I show you something?
It's a bag of clothes.
I'm going to show you something, Matt, okay? You'll here, Matt.
See, I knew you guys were going to do this.
Matt, but what the problem is...
I knew you guys were going to do this. That's why
nobody's doing anything. You're
showing you
anything. Can I show you something? That's her purse right there, right? You see that?
Yeah.
You see that? Yeah.
If I was so worried about the purse.
That's her purse. Okay? So we're not going to play games about it's not her purse. It is her purse. Okay? We know it's her purse. We also know that her phone went with her out to where you guys went for your appointment, and then it came back with you. We know this. So you saying the phone stayed at her apartment? We're asking you to be honest with us and help us, okay? But if you're going to tell us stories about going to a car wash and finding her purse in there a week later, it doesn't make sense. None of it does. What happened? It'd be one thing if she had some type of drug overdose, okay? And you're doing something. We don't know.
Regardless, I have nothing to do with what happened to her.
What happened to her?
That purse.
What happened?
That purse and water bottle ain't shit.
Matt, what happened?
That purse and water bottle ain't shit.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not going to prove anything.
We're not here.
That's not going to prove or disprove anything.
Agreed.
Matt,
okay?
Yeah. What happened to her?
Wow.
Only you can tell us.
I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what happened to her.
Why were you in?
Why were you at the place on the 9th? You didn't have an appointment that day?
I was? Yeah, I did. I had a...
No, you did not. You had one on the 6th and the 12th?
I had a doctor's appointment on the 9th. An orthopedic associate. What do you mean, what place?
You had an appointment on September 6th and September 12th.
I had an appointment on September 9th at orthopedic associate.
At what time?
See,
I'm just asking you what time.
This is what you're trying to do. Now you're trying to get slipped. You're trying to pin whatever was found over in that area on me.
Why would you associate anything we found over there on you?
Because I was there.
When?
I was there on the 9th. I had a doctor's appointment at 1 o'clock. I saw the crime lab there. They were there by 11 o'clock. Everybody in there was talking about it.
What did you see at 1 o'clock over there?
The doctor.
Who?
Dr. Shu.
Did you have an appointment?
Yes.
I had it pre-planned, or did you call it in?
This was scheduled.
So you had a scheduled appointment on the 9th of September at 1 p.m. with Dr. Shu.
Yeah.
So we're going to call him. We're going to subpoena their records.
Why do you think something happened to her? Or why are you associating that with her?
Why are you getting so aggressive about this?
I'm not getting aggressive.
See, you're changing tactics. See, this is why I shouldn't have even tried to explain this to you.
Matt, it's our job to point out inconsistencies, okay? So when you tell me, when you tell me you found her purse a week or two later while cleaning out the truck, and then you found a note under it that talked about supposedly about her alluding to suicide, which you then showed your dad.
She's got another purse.
I understand, but you're telling me you found this note, and then
she's got another purse.
Matt, but listen.
She's got another purse. She's got a gray.
That's not the purse we're talking about, Matt. What I'm talking about.
How do you know which purse was I talking about?
I'm talking about the purse in the photos, Matt. And when I'm talking about the note, you said you found the note.
Maybe. Yeah, but that's not the purse that I was talking about. That's not the purse that I found in the back seat.
Okay. You found the
purse that I found in the back seat was
it's
a gray strap-on bag.
Okay, so
that purse doesn't mean nothing.
So this black purse is the one you brought in the day that she went missing?
Yeah, that was in the car. That was in the car.
In the car.
Yeah.
In the front. And the other purse I found in the back. It's a shoulder bag purse.
Matt, you understand, but not too long ago I asked you what property she left in the truck, and you said nothing. She didn't leave anything. You said she left her phone at home, okay? You said she left nothing in there. You went looking around, nothing, okay? And then a week later, or 2 weeks later, you found her purse.
I honestly don't recall everything. I don't know. The phone might have been in the car.
Well, you said that Matt, you said that you told her when you went to your appointment that I'll text you, and she said, no, I left my phone in the house. That's what you said before.
Mm-hmm.
That I'll text you.
Yeah, you said I'll text you when I'm in there or something, and she said, no, I left my phone at the house, or your apartment, rather. That's what you told us a little while ago.
No, I couldn't text her because I had the phone.
You had your phone. You said you were going to text her. You said that she then said,
you know what?
I left the phone.
If you're gonna charge me. I didn't do anything.
You're the only one who can give us info about her.
I can't be
honest. So we get answers to her family.
I can't be honest anymore.
What do you mean you can't be honest? You've been honest?
I can't be
you
honest.
haven't been honest
because you keep everything that I say.
You
keep twisting.
All we're doing is pointing out the inconsistencies on what you're saying.
Because I can't remember everything exactly.
Okay, but remembering what somebody had for lunch a week ago is different from remembering. This is the last time you've known this woman most of your adult life, correct? Right? You have a daughter in common, supposedly, like you said. You don't know. You can't prove it. You view her as your daughter.
I didn't do nothing.
We didn't accuse you of anything.
I didn't do nothing to this girl, regardless of the purse, regardless of the purses, regardless of the stupid water bottle. That water bottle was left in and out of the truck. There's so much crap going in and out of that truck half the time, I don't remember.
If you carried her purse in from the car, why did you put it in a plastic bag?
That's it.
And why did you go in an exit that you didn't use earlier?
I can use.
I know you can. But explain to me why you would have to conceal a purse in a plastic bag.
I can use any exit I want, and hypothetically, if I did move a purse, I would not want to be walking around with a purse looking strange.
Why would you look strange carrying a purse? Not over your
because I'm a man.
You can hold it with your
because
hand.
I'm a man.
I'm a man. I put my daughter's Disney backpack on my back.
Okay, I have to get an attorney.
Okay, Matthew.
They're done. He said the magic words.
I don't think you are. No, you're not. You're lying.
Okay, so we've stopped it at 21:41:59. Detective Sites, did that conclude your interview of Mr. Pahl?
Yes.
And through this last clip, we saw some...
Right. Actually, let's take a break now. Okay, I'm sorry. It's 3:06. Let's... We have a 15-minute break, okay?
We're not going to take a break. We're going to skip the break.
Thank you.
But we're not going to get caught in a time loop and go backwards. I promise. This time we're going to go forwards. Kiki, I'm so sorry to hear you lost your dog. I'm sorry. I do have to say, though, Kiki, you are an OG. You've been here since long time. Oh, my goodness.
All right, have a seat, everybody. Thank you. Anything before we break, Ms. Gordon?
No, Judge.
Anything from Mr. Dalleries?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right, 15-minute break, okay? You can step down, sir.
Okay, we're going to skip this break. Just wanted to use my monthly message to say how much I appreciate this community. I'm here every day, even if the trial doesn't hold my attention. Lindsay Ross, thank you very much. 9 months of support. Wouldn't be the same without you here. Thank you, thank you. Give me a second to find. Where are we? I'm there. You're there. You go there. I go here and here. We're going to find where this is. Okay. I think we're nearly done for the day. Not today, not us, but like on the video, so we're catching up to the next day. Just 1 second here. Got a little break and got to finish up this witness. All right. Waiting for the witness. Any second now. Did I go back too far?
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Detective Sipes, we watched the interview of Mr. Pahl. During that interview, it appears that you show him some still shots or screenshots. What were those still shots or screenshots of?
The hard copy, or my phone?
Sorry, the hard copy.
Those were pictures that we took snippets from surveillance footage at the Willow Park Apartments.
Okay, so those same videos that we saw on August 23rd that you watched before the interview, those were some still shots of those videos?
Yeah, there was 9, I think, photos in total.
Okay, and then you also showed him something on your phone. What was it that you were showing him on your phone?
Just a higher quality, the same image, but when you print off those, they get somewhat pixelated, so it's just a clearer image of those.
Okay, can you bring up Exhibit 32, please?
These.
Now, after Mr. Pahl was interviewed, fair to say that the contents of his wallet were documented?
Yes.
Okay, and Detective LaFleur came and actually photographed this, but within his wallet, did that contain his driver's license?
Yes.
So I'm going to show for the, yes, thank you. If we can zoom in to the driver's license, please. Okay. In the upper right corner of this photo, is that?
I've got to cut away from this in case they're showing this. Hang on 1 second.
Yes. What is the defendant's date of birth, if you recall?
6/11/68, I believe.
Okay, and was his height and weight listed there?
Yes.
Okay. Can you zoom in any more?
It's 5'10", 175.
Okay, thank you. You interviewed Mr. Pahl on September 17th, correct?
Yes.
And the body had been discovered on September 9th?
Yes.
Had there been any media release or any information released to the public about the identity of the deceased person found at that location near OAW prior to your interview with Mr. Pahl?
Not to my knowledge, no.
And at any point during the interview with Mr. Pahl, did you inform Mr. Pahl that Stephanie was deceased?
No.
I don't have any other questions. Thank you.
Galleries, go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, Detective.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for being here.
You lied to my client.
Now, it's my understanding that you took part in the initial investigation on September 9th, 2022.
I assisted, yes.
You went to the scene?
Yes.
Too? And how long did you stay at the scene?
I don't recall.
What time did you get there?
How many trees were there?
I think we got the call sometime in the early morning, maybe around 11. So I would imagine it wasn't too long after, but I don't recall.
So you're having problems remembering what time you got to the scene, true? As you sit there right now, you're having problems remembering.
I cannot recall what time I got there about 3 years ago, no, sir.
And what time did you leave?
I don't recall.
Again, you're having problems remembering that, true?
I'm currently unable to tell you what time I left, yes, sir.
And did you leave in the afternoon?
Again, I don't recall, sir.
This is weird questioning.
And you also strike that. What did you do when you got to the scene? What was your part?
I assisted with a search, I believe, of the field directly to the south of the woods, and then also assisted with an area search, I think, in the wood line.
Did you go in?
Sorry, I also spoke with some witnesses that had reported it.
Did you or any of your detectives go into orthopedics to look at surveillance video, surveillance cameras of If they had any?
I did not.
And then when was it that you learned Miss Pavlon's identity, that she was the person that was in the woods?
September, I believe it was 12th of 2022.
So when you were interviewing Mr. Pahl on September 17th, you knew she was found in the woods, true?
Absolutely.
You know she was deceased, true?
Yes.
So when he was asking you about her being alive or dead or whatever, you were telling him you don't know, true?
I was telling him that she was missing because at that time the only people who knew she was deceased would be who we believe killed her and law enforcement.
Right, so you were kind of lying to him, true?
I was definitely using deceit as a technique.
Right, you were
yes.
lying to him, true?
You could use the word lie, yes.
And when you took part in the search warrant of his residence, you did take part in that, true?
Yes.
And I'm talking about September 17th, 2022. How did that take place? I mean, who was there?
Can you be more specific?
Like who? Just you? You were by yourself?
No, I was not.
Describe how that took place. Describe to the jury who was there with you to conduct the search warrant.
There was multiple detectives from the Sheriff's Department and then the Tactical Enforcement Unit for the City of Waukesha Police Department, actually.
What's that? So what's the Tactical Enforcement Unit? Is that the vehicle with the tank? And
it'd be like their SWAT team.
Is that with the tank?
I don't think they have a tank, no.
How do they get there?
I don't know how they got there. I wasn't.
So you have detectives, you have Sheriff's Department police officers?
There was detectives from the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department, and then I don't know what the rank or title of from City of Waukesha was, but there was officers from their agency, yes.
There people from the Waukesha Police Department there too?
Yes.
And the tactical unit. See, you have a lot of police officers responding to this Mr. Paul's apartment, true?
I don't know what the number was, sorry.
Do you just go up to the door and ring the doorbell or knock on the door? What do you do? How do you get into the apartment or get his attention?
I was not the one who went to the door to get his attention. From my understanding, the Tactical Enforcement Unit for the City of Police Department carried out the warrant. As far as what the specifics of how they did that, I don't know exactly.
So it's your opinion that they just went up the door and rang the doorbell?
Again, I wasn't the one carrying out that warrant, sir, so I don't want to get bad information to the jury on how it was carried out.
Is that the way it's normally done? They respond, the tactical unit responds and they ring the doorbell, or they smash the door down?
Objection, asked and answered.
Overruled. You may answer.
I don't know how they usually do it. There's a variety of ways that warrants can be executed, to include breaching a door, to knocking and announcing, there's several ways.
You entered the apartment?
Eventually, yes.
Yeah, did you notice that the entrance door was damaged?
I do not recall the door being damaged.
And during that search, you look at the pink water bottle, true?
There was a pink water bottle found, yes.
And in one of the cupboards or dressers, there was 2 purses, true?
I recall the black purse that Stephanie was carrying being in the dresser at the end of the bed.
You don't recall the second purse being found in?
As I sit here, no, I don't.
If I was to tell you that a photo of that of the black purse was positioned alongside another purse, you would not dispute that, true?
I don't have any reason to think you'd lie to me, no.
And it was those purses were identified as purses belonging to Miss Pavlon's. You wouldn't, in prior testimony, you wouldn't dispute that, would you?
That those purses were identified as her property?
Correct.
I can only testify to the black purse. If you're telling me there's a gray purse there, and I know that Mr. Pahl mentioned a gray purse during the interview, I don't recall seeing a gray purse there, and I would assume it's hers, but I don't.
So, Mr. Pahl, I take it, is removed out of his apartment, or is he allowed to just sit there and watch the search warrant take place?
No, he was detained and then escorted back to the Sheriff's Department.
Was he detained, was he just, hey, get in your truck and meet us at the Sheriff's Department kind of detained?
To my understanding, Deputy Robakowski from our department transported him back to the Sheriff's Department.
And it's true, I mean, he gets transported, he gets handcuffed, true?
I would assume so. I don't recall. It would not be unusual when you're executing a search warrant to handcuff the occupants temporarily, so that very well may have happened.
So it's kind of logical to assume that he's being handcuffed. He must think something's up, correct?
I'm sorry, what was the question, sir?
It's logical to assume he must think something's up. You're searching his apartment, you bash into his apartment and search it, you take him into custody, and you transport him to the Sheriff's Department, true?
I don't really know what he was thinking at that point.
Do you know what's done with him at the Sheriff's Department?
What do you mean, what's done with him?
Yeah, where is he taken?
To my understanding, he was escorted to the same interview room that we watched footage from, and then a deputy stood outside the doorway until Detective Fredericks and I arrived.
Yeah, the records indicate that the search warrant was executed at 3:55 p.m. Would you dispute that?
I think that's right.
It was about the moment that he was also probably taken into custody?
I would assume so.
And when you handcuff somebody, that means you're taking them into custody, true?
You can detain them, sure. Again, I don't know if he was handcuffed. You're telling me, I would assume he might have been, but I don't know that for certain.
But that kind of equates, right? You're handcuffing somebody transported into the sheriff's department, they're more likely in custody, true?
That we would be detaining them, yes. They're not free to leave, that's correct, at that point.
And then he's placed in a room where you conducted this interview, true?
He was escorted to interview room 1, yes.
And your interview commenced, according to the records, at 7:43 p.m., true?
That sounds right.
So he remained in this room all those hours waiting for his interview?
Minus, I believe, a bathroom break or two, yes.
And was he free to leave that room?
No.
The room was locked, right?
No.
The room was not locked?
No.
So he could get out and go home?
He's not free to leave, but the door's not locked.
Right. So if he tried to leave, you guys would stop him from leaving?
I wasn't there again, but no, at that point he was not free to leave.
They took 2 hours. Did he eat his ham sandwich?
From there, you read him his Miranda rights, correct?
Detective Frederick said yes.
If he didn't do anything wrong, why did you read him his Miranda rights?
Because at that point we had brought him there, we had placed him in a room, and like you said, a reasonable person would assume they were not free to leave or possibly being charged with a crime. So that's why we read him his Miranda rights.
Yeah, but if you didn't think he did anything wrong, there would be no need to read him his Miranda rights.
I'm going to object to the nature of these questions.
I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
So then you interview him for 2 hours, true?
Sounds right.
So he's been now at the police department from in custody from about 3:30 to 9:41 when the interview ends?
I didn't hear the first part of that time, sir.
He was arrested around 3:55 p.m. and then the interview ends around 9:41 p.m. Was that?
I'm going to take your word for it, yes.
So approximately 5 hours long, true?
5 hours long that he was roughly at the sheriff's department, yes.
And again, you read him his rights and you tell him, you don't have to talk to us if you don't want to, but he does agree to talk to you, true?
Yes.
He voluntarily agrees to answer any question you give him, true?
Did he agree to give us?
Yeah, you're asking him questions, he's answering your questions, true?
He was answering some of the questions we asked, yes.
He was avoiding others. Like, when did you last see Stephanie?
And did you verify? I mean, he told you that his dad was a pharmacist, and that ended up being true, correct?
Again, that was outside the scope of my
true
investigation.
and correct in there.
So you don't know whether or not his dad is a pharmacist?
I have knowledge that he is, but I didn't verify that or speak with him or look into that aspect of this case.
He indicated to you that at one point in time, he was with Stephanie, and she was in his vehicle, and she lost her bladder. She peed in her pants. That was true, right?
He stated that, yes.
Yeah, you ended up researching or investigating this, and that's verified on the Willow Park videos, true? That's what happened?
I'm lost, sir. I don't know what you're referring to. Or I understand that Mr. Pahl stated that during our interview, but I didn't verify that or prove that.
Yeah, but it was confirmed by looking at the Willow Park videos that that's what happened on August 8, 2022.
I didn't review that video, to my knowledge.
And you're mainly focused as to August 23rd, 2022, correct? That was what the videos those are the only videos you focused on.
Those are the ones that I can sit and recall here, yes.
You didn't look at any of the other videos that when Stephanie was over at Mr. Paul's apartment. You didn't look at any of those other videos?
I may have reviewed other video, but I don't, as I sit here now, I don't recall anything that stands out or anything specific.
I mean, there was nothing abnormal that happened on August 23rd that didn't happen on other occasions when Stephanie was visiting Mr. Pahl, if you looked at those videos, true?
I can only recall reviewing the 23rd video, so I guess I don't have a comparison to what you mean by what would be normal. Or
I mean, I'm not sure if you looked at those videos, but there's other videos that show Mr. Pahl bringing in Stephanie's property into his apartment. Did you see those videos?
Again, I don't recall that.
Where you could see him bringing in that pink water bottle on another occasion. Did you see that video?
I don't recall watching that video, no, other than what was seen on the 23rd that I testified to.
Did you see all the videos for August 23rd for that whole day?
I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look.
I mean, you remember you said he arrives back at the apartment according to the videos, and he walks in, true? Using the north side camera, door number 7.
At what time, sir?
That's around 11:03.
That he's observed walking back in?
Yeah, he returns back.
That sounds right.
And then later on you see him enter the mail room, true, on the videos?
If that's the one I testified to, believing it was the lobby, then yes, I remember that video.
Yeah, but it's really the mail room.
Understood.
And he checks his mail, true?
I don't know if he checked his mail, sir.
But you look at the video, right?
The video that I testified to is what I recall as I sit here now.
And after that, he exits and goes back to his truck, true?
Yes.
And then he comes in with more things, true?
Yes.
Through this door number 7, true?
Yes.
And he has him carrying a bag full of items, true? When he comes in the second time.
Yes.
And then later on in the day, about 4 hours later, he leaves and goes for a bike ride. Did you see that video?
I don't recall that video as I sit here.
When Mr. Pahl enters the apartment at 11:03, when he comes back from his orthopedic appointment, where's Stephanie?
At 11:03?
He comes in, he's carrying that pink water bottle.
Yeah.
Stephanie's not with him, true?
She's not.
And he goes, later on he goes back to his truck, and he comes back in, like about an hour later, carrying a bag full of items. Stephanie's not with him, correct?
No.
Where is she?
I don't know. To my knowledge, she is in the woods by OAW.
So at 11:03, when he got back, she's in the woods.
I can't give you a definitive time, sir. I can just tell you the last time I see Stephanie on video, and I never see her again after that.
So it's your belief she's in the...
Again, if I misspoke, I don't know exactly. I just can tell you where I last saw her, and that was leaving the apartments.
She's not in his truck. You don't believe he left her he's got her in his truck, do you?
Do I think she's sitting in the truck at that point?
Correct.
No, I do not.
I mean, not just his truck. You don't think she's in the front passenger seat sitting, do you?
I don't have any reason to believe that.
You don't think she's in the back seat, sitting in the back seat or positioned in the back seat of that truck, do you?
I don't have any reason to believe she's in the truck.
In the back of the truck, do you think she's back there?
I don't have any reason to believe she's in the truck, sir.
And would you agree that parking lot at the Willows apartment, I mean, that's a super busy parking lot, right? There's a lot of people that live in that apartment.
There are.
In door number 7, when you look at the videos, there's a lot of people entering that door, a lot of other residents entering through there, exiting through there, true?
There are other residents that use that door, yes.
Yeah, a lot of people exiting to smoke cigarettes, people exiting to walk their dogs, true?
Yes, there's a lot of activity through that door, yes.
4 more, and then we can break.
And when Mr. Pahl indicated that prior to this date, August 23rd, 2022, if you look at the videos, it confirms that him and Stephanie had left August 22nd for almost 5 hours. Did you look at that video where they had left at 10:02 and returned back at 2:51 the day before?
As I sit here again, I don't recall the video from prior to the 23rd, or I recall the 23rd video.
You remember that he told you that he went to go buy a bed, him and Stephanie?
He did testify to that, or he did state that, yes.
And he indicated to you that he did, on the 24th or 25th, go to the pharmacy and pick up Stephanie's prescription. Remember, in the interview, he's telling you that, true?
I believe he stated the prescription was available on the 24th, and he picked it up on the 25th.
And that's confirmed, right? If you look at the videos, you see him leaving.
Again, I can't testify to that video, sir.
And he also tells you that, I went to a car wash. And he tells you, he didn't have to tell you that, true? That he found the note when he went to the car wash in another purse, true?
He didn't have to tell me that?
Right.
I mean, yes, I agree. I guess he didn't have to tell me that.
And you guys verified that he went to a car wash, true?
Again, I didn't verify that video, sir.
100.
His statements about Stephanie being on these drugs and visiting doctors, did you ever confirm that? Or did your department ever confirm that? Or was that beyond your knowledge?
It's beyond my knowledge. My involvement pretty much ended after the interview, sir.
So you're the lead person with the questioning, true?
It was Detective Fredericks and I both.
I mean, you're the one sitting across from him, true?
I was sitting across from him, yes.
You're the one who was mainly asking the questions, true?
I think we both asked quite a few questions, sir.
And so you didn't confirm anything that Mr. Pahl was telling you to see if it was true or not true?
Again, my involvement pretty much ended after that interview, and Detective Fredericks was the primary moving forward.
Mr. Pahl eventually was released that day, true?
Almost immediately after that interview,
Right.
yes.
Everything you knew and you suspected that he was lying to you, you guys just released him, true?
We released him, yes.
I have no further questions, Judge.
Redirect.
Thank you. Detective Seitz, I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 28, please. These were the purses that were located at Mr. Pahl's apartment?
That looks correct, yes.
Okay. And the top purse is the purse that you observed Stephanie, the top black purse is the purse you observed Stephanie carrying on August 23rd in that Willow Park apartment surveillance video?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you know that?
How do I know that is her purse?
How do you know that it's the same purse that you saw on the surveillance video?
There's some specific linkage on that purse. Also, again, we never see Stephanie come back to that apartment. I've never seen Stephanie come back to that apartment after the 23rd. However, that purse somehow made it in there. And during the interview of Mr. Pahl, he admitted to placing the black purse into her dresser towards the end of the bed.
And it was only later, towards the end of the interview, after you confronted him with those photos, that he says it was actually a different purse. It was a gray purse. Is that accurate?
That's when he changed and said, yes, that's not the purse that he found in the back of the truck.
Okay. Now, you admitted that when you interviewed Mr. Pahl, you used an interview technique. You didn't provide him with all the information that you had, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's a common interview technique that law enforcement uses to kind of figure out how much information the person of interest has, right?
Yes.
You were asked about when Mr. Pahl returns to the apartment at 11:03. His truck returns to the apartment in the surveillance video at 11:03, but it's not until a little bit later, around 11:15, that he actually enters the apartment complex. Does that sound accurate?
That sounds right, yes.
Okay. And it's your testimony that after that video that we saw of Stephanie Pavlon's leaving the apartment on August 23rd, you never observed her return to the apartment anytime after that?
I did not.
Okay. And your department had video from up until the date of the search warrant, which would have been about 9/17, give or take a day?
Yes.
Okay. And it was not your job in this investigation to confirm some of the things that that Attorney Galaviz is asking you about. It was your job to be in the interview and let some of the other detectives, Detective Fredericks, Detective Plennis, follow up on that information?
Yes.
Okay. It was just important for you to be prepared for that interview and know whatever information the investigation had up to that point.
Correct.
Did the investigation continue after Mr. Pahl was released that evening?
Yes.
I don't have any other questions. Thank you.
Recross?
Just a few questions, Judge. Detective, but it was not uncommon, if you looked at the other videos of Mr. Pahl and Ms. Pavlon's coming to the apartment, that they would not enter the apartment right away. If you looked at that was quite common, true?
Again, I don't know which specific video, and again, as I sit here, I don't recall any other specific videos that you're referring to.
Did you look at any videos at all, if you remember, of Mr. Pahl always having to sneak Ms. Pavlon's into the apartment?
No, that doesn't ring any bells.
Where he would enter from one door, and then he would open up the door number 7, the north door, and leave it ajar, and he would walk up, and later on Ms. Pavlon's would sneak in? You don't remember seeing any of those videos?
I don't recall reviewing that video, specific video, no.
Or seeing any other videos where he would...
Objection, counsel's testifying.
Strike it. I'll restate it.
All right.
or seen any of videos where she would leave out the south door and he would leave out the north door when they would leave out of two different doors? It was very common.
Well, like the one I testified to, this that was one point where I believe he left out door 4 and she left out door 7.
Right, which was quite common in the other videos, that she would leave out one door and he would leave out another door. True? You didn't remember seeing those videos?
I testified to that, sir.
In that exhibit you were just shown of the purse in the dresser drawer, you saw a second purse, true?
I saw a purse on the top shelf, and I saw some type of bag or purse on the lower shelf, yes.
And if I said video, I misspoke. I meant photograph that you were just shown the exhibit. Are you aware at all that Mr. Pahl is colorblind? I have no further questions, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir.
And why don't you take those exhibits and go back there on the table, please? I appreciate that. And then let me talk to the attorneys about timing and witnesses and such.
All right, so the attorneys are going to go sidebar. We're going to wrap up for the day, I think. But we're going to continue on because we're skipping ahead. Not quite ready for lunch yet, so I'm not sure who was choking. But somebody was had a little cough. Could have been a juror. I don't know. I believe colorblind people can still see black. Yes, I think so as well. Plus, if he lived with her and she's like, "Oh, I'm taking my tan purse or I'm taking my black purse," he's going to be like, "No, that one's green. Looks green to me." No, he's not going to do that. We have, before we go to lunch.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 3:55 now, and I just talked to the attorneys, and what's going to happen is that the next witness is, there's going to be a very short witness who isn't short in time, okay? Witness who is not presently here. And then it's anticipated that Detective Fredericks is going to testify, and that's going to take some time, we believe. So rather than start now and interrupt when he's testifying, for the day, when he's clearly not going to be finished, I'm going to finish up today at this time, and then I'll ask again if you can come back tomorrow. Let me just check with my boss over here.
His clerk.
At 8:30 again, same thing, same directions by Mike. He'll take your notebooks. We'll finish up for the day now just before 4 o'clock. And again, I try to do this so that we maximize our time, we optimize our time, and I take as little of your time away from business, work, family, etc. But sometimes it just makes more sense when a witness is going to be presented to do it in a manner that would minimize the interruptions, and it just makes more sense to do it that way. So I'd usually like to stay later, but we're going to do it this way. All right. So follow Mike's directions. Please take your notebooks with you. And thank you very much. And again, before you go, don't forget, don't talk to anybody. Don't look it up on the internet. Don't do anything like that. What we do is all based, what you do as jurors is all based on what you see here. All right. Thank you very much.
All right, jury.
Jury's going to leave. We're going to check and see if there's anything the counsel needs to bring up to the judge. I don't think there is. And if not, we're going to skip ahead to begin the next day. See if we can get up to the first break before we take our lunch, as we are on speedy catch-up.
All right. Have a seat, everybody. Thank you. Are you taking care of everything except number 73, Exhibit 73? I understand that you're going to admit that or attempt to do so with Detective Fredericks, I presume?
You can move on, okay.
Okay, so I'll move it into evidence now. I think also Exhibit 75 are portions of a video, and we have Exhibit 74 as the entire video. So for the record, Exhibit 74 does exist on the flash drive that the court will get, so we have both the entire video and the excerpts.
Okay. No objection to 73, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I think we noted that when you looked at the excerpts of the entirety of the interview, that we saw it clearly marked on there, Exhibit 74. And I understand we saw 75, which was the excerpts.
Correct.
Although it was marked 74 when it was observed.
It says 74 and then the timestamps of the video that we are watching.
Right.
And
so this, I understand. I just want to make note of that for the record as well.
Judge is headed for the door.
And you might want to clarify that for the jurors also, because it did clearly say 74 on it, right? I presume that the excerpts were because some of what was said in the entirety would not be admissible.
Correct.
And we've talked about that before, right? Okay, and that's why you stopped it at some portions.
Yes.
So. All right, anything else from the state?
Nope.
All right, anything else, Mr. Galaviz?
No, sir, thank you.
Wolf?
All right.
No? Okay, so you're going to have another witness before Detective Fredericks. It's not going to last long.
So we have 2 witnesses that need to testify tomorrow morning. They would not be available in the afternoon. So we might end up having to call both of them before Detective Fredericks so that we can guarantee they are completed, and then Detective Fredericks would start and would likely go into the afternoon.
Okay, what's the nature of their testimony?
One is the crime lab analyst, and one is an employee of Delafield Dental.
Okay, right. Then, okay, then we'll finish up for the night. Thank you very much, everybody, and good luck.
Good night and good luck. All right, so while they go off to do their thing, we're going to skip ahead and do ours and begin what I believe was yesterday's. It takes us all the way to yesterday. So we're getting caught up. Hopefully we can get caught up by the weekend. Let's see, that was 2. Where's 3? That's the wrong one. Sorry. Please hold. I have to type manually. Some of the best interrogation video we have ever watched happened this morning. We watched that this morning. That was absolutely unbelievable. So good. So good. Such a fan. Such a fan. The one officer that was closest to us in the camera view, that was sort of like just below where the camera is located, actually struggled a little bit. Obviously, not the more senior and experienced interrogator, but the witness who was on the stand did phenomenal. Did phenomenal. And the defendant, believe it or not, has a fair amount of knowledge as to how those things go down. He could read the cards a little bit, but he still played right into their hand. And he didn't say the magic words until he got to the very end after he'd admitted everything. And you're at the end in an interrogation when the cops bring out, they're like, well, here are the pictures. When they play their hand, literally, when they lay down their cards in front of you, you know they've already got what they need out of you. And it was after that he's like, well, I want an attorney to show you. Yeah, your attorney's going to say some bad words when he hears what you told the police. So, all right, we are ready to kick this off, and let's get some audio going here. Hello, Judge, are you there? Your Honor? That was amazing. That was like textbook beautiful. Somebody pointed out the openness, the openness of his body language. One arm up, leaned back, just like completely relaxed. The other guy was hunched over with his hands together.
State of Wisconsin versus Matthew Pahl, 23 CF 1438.
Christy Gordon, Sue Opper, Detective Fredericks, and Christy Gussie for the state.
Attorney Galvis here with Attorney Wolf and our client, Mr. Pahl, sitting here to the right in custody. Good morning, Judge.
All right, good morning, everybody. It's 8:27, a couple minutes early, but I just wanted to note on the record that I received information from our bailiffs that on one of the local stations, the Fox 6 station, they had run some camera footage of Mr. Pahl being let out in chains, I believe it was. And I've talked to the cameraman who's running the camera, and we've asked him not to do that, not to provide any other feed like that to other stations. And he's agreed to that. I've cautioned that, we always try to make sure to minimize any opportunity to know that somebody who's in custody is in fact in custody or has restraints. We've done our best. We're balancing an open courtroom and the convenience of allowing a camera in here. And I can only say that if I find out that that happens again, certainly the media will be welcome, but there will be times when we move Mr. Pahl in and out. I'll just not have a camera in here. Anything else from the state in that regard?
No.
Defense?
No, sir.
Okay. Tell me what's going to happen today in terms of witnesses.
So we had to move things around a little bit. We have 4 shorter witnesses that we're going to call first to allow for, once we start, Detective Fredericks to be able to finish him before getting anyone else on the stand. We are also asking the court to read the agreed facts to the jury this morning prior to the first witness's testimony, and I guess let them know that they can take notes on the agreed facts as well, since that is part of the record and part of the
Which
evidence.
document is the agreed facts? I know you don't have it by document.
I don't have it by document.
All right, give me a second. That is the information about rainfall, correct?
Yes.
And that's the only thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anything from the defense? Any comment on anything?
No, sir.
Any problems with me reading the agreed facts first thing this morning?
No, sir.
Okay. And all right, then anything before we bring the jurors in from the state?
No.
Defense?
No, sir.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go, says the judge. Here we go. Let's bring the jury. Let's see, Brandy Ellis. We did talk about the Maya trial this morning. There's more to talk about there. It's heavy, and I'm sort of leaving it up to some of our great friends and lawyers in LawTube to address. I know Peter Tragos has got his eye on this right now. Rob is digging into it. Ian was talking about it last night. Melanie Little was talking about it yesterday. There's a lot. My gut feel is that the end result, the family will still get a payout, which will probably come by settlement. That's my gut feel. But it will have to possibly either proceed down the road towards that new trial on the additional charge on those charges that the appeals court did say could be retried, and there appears to be some merit there. I just don't know how far it's going to take if they have to get most of the way through the trial again and read the writing on the wall in the eyes of the jurors, for the J Hatch to make an offer to the family that's reasonable, or if they're going to play it till the bitter end and hope that the jury sides with them this time. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's a gut feel. Your uncle went over all last night. Couldn't watch it all, but it was good to go into the details. He did a ton of reading, just a ton. Kurt did Uncivil Law, did a quick video yesterday as well. We've read the synopsis and sort of boiled it down to the Reader's Digest version.
Morning, everybody. All 14 jurors are back.
Here we go.
You had a good night. So we are going to commence today with some shorter-term witnesses before Detective Fredericks testifies, I've been told. And what I'm going to do first of all is read to you some agreed-upon facts that the defense and the state have agreed to. Because they are facts, you, of course, may take notes. So I'm going to, in just a second, read them, and then we're going to call our witness and get going.
Ivan.
In this case, the district attorney and defendant's attorney have stipulated to the following facts. On August 20, 2022, the rainfall in the Waukesha-Pewaukee area was 0.50 inches. On August 25th, 2022, the rainfall in the Waukesha-Pewaukee area was 1.39 inches. On August 28th to 29th, 2022, the rainfall in the Waukesha-Pewaukee area was 0.34 inches. There was no other rainfall in the Waukesha-Pewaukee area between August 15th through September 9th, 2022. Again, those are agreed upon facts that the district attorney and the defense have stipulated to.
So plan your vacations accordingly. There's the weather report.
So we'll call Katie North.
Katie North, first up this morning.
Ma'am, come up to the witness stand to my right, please. And once I get up here, remain standing and raise your right hand, please. Okay? Sure. Face our clerk over there, please.
You swear the testimony you're about to give this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, have a seat, please. Tell us your name, please,
Caitlin North.
and spell your first name.
Caitlin is K-A-T-E-L-Y-N.
And just common spelling, North?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Ms. North, in September of 2022, where were you employed?
I worked for Delafield Dental.
And where is Delafield Dental located?
It is in Delafield, right off of 94.
And what is Delafield Dental?
It's a dental office. It's one of KDP's, I think they have 7 or 8 locations.
How long had you worked there in September of 2022?
Oh, at that point, it was probably almost a year, year and a half.
And what were your responsibilities?
I was a front desk treatment coordinator, so answering phone calls, managing patients, checking them in, checking them out, providing treatment estimates, and going through what their treatment would look like for their treatment plans.
When you were working there, was it also your responsibility to make reminders to patients of their appointments?
Oh yeah, that was one of our daily things. Is if a patient hadn't confirmed their appointment through our automated system, then we would call to remind them of their appointment, and then just make sure they were confirmed coming in.
Okay.
So.
You said if they didn't confirm through your automated system, what was the process to remind a patient of an appointment?
Yeah, so we had just an automated system. So pretty much 2 weeks before your appointment, you'd receive an automated text message that would say, you have an appointment with Delafield Dental on such and such date and such time, and then 5 days beforehand, you'd pretty much receive another one, if you didn't confirm that first one. So it'd always say, please send a C to confirm. And so if by the time, 2 days before your appointment, you didn't confirm, we'd start calling. And then, if you didn't arrive for your appointment, we pretty much give you a little window. And if you hadn't confirmed and you hadn't showed up, then we'd call and we'd just see if you're on your way. And if you were on your way, then if it was in a lot of time, then we could still see you.
Okay. I'm going to show just for the witness first, Exhibit 108. It's going to take a couple seconds for it to show up on your screen. I have it on my screen. Let me know when you have it on yours.
The audio's a little quiet today.
You recognize it. Can you scroll down to the next page, please? Ooh. Nope. Page 2, you recognize this document?
Yeah, so that would be one of our screens that we used for patient information. So it'd give all of Stephanie's information, her address, her date of birth, and then that second side is the breakdown of her insurance.
Okay, and page 3, please.
So this is our chart progress notes. So if I made any notes or anyone else in the office, or if our automated system made any notes, it would show here.
Okay, and these are the notes for specifically Stephanie Pavlon's?
They are, yes.
Okay, I would move Exhibit 108 into evidence with permission to publish.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, it's admitted. You may do so.
Okay, so can we please go to page 2? Okay, so if we can zoom in just to the top a little bit. So, Ms. North, at the top it says Stephanie Pavlon's.
Yep.
That's the patient that these records are focused on?
Correct.
Okay, and it has her date of birth I see on the left-hand side where it says patient information?
Yep.
And then if we can scroll down to the next page, please. You said the rest of this is really just about insurance and not about appointments, right?
Correct, yeah.
So if we go to page 3, starting at the top, tell me what that note regarding 819, what does that tell you or what does that mean?
So that's our automated system that I was trying to explain before. So that is basically, it's 2 weeks out from her appointment, so we're just saying you have an appointment coming up on this day, which was Friday, September 12th at 12, but our office at that time was going through a big remodel, so it's just saying exactly where you could park and how to get into the clinic, and that's just a reminder.
Okay, so that message, is it a phone call or a text message?
That is a text message.
And that is sent to her on August 19th of 2022?
Correct.
And her appointment was scheduled for Friday, September 2nd at noon?
Yes.
All right. And then what's that next entry on August 30th?
So that would be the one where you can confirm from. So that's saying you have your appointment coming up on Friday, September 2nd at 12. Please text a C to confirm. And then if she were to text a C to confirm from that date, then we wouldn't have to leave a message to confirm.
Okay, so on August 30th, a second text message is sent. No confirmation is made, so your office continues to follow up.
Correct.
What about the message? Then we see a couple entries on September 2nd. What are those telling you?
Yeah, so that first one that has a little note where it says unscheduled appointment 12 p.m. The updated ordonogram, the comp exam, FMX, that's just all kind of stuff that they'll do in your routine visit. And then that kind of little note there that says 826 left message to confirm, that was just one of our other attempts to reach out to confirm. And then as you're going through, all that red is what was treatment planned.
Okay,
so
I want to ask you about the left message for confirmation. Would that be a phone call or a text message?
That would be a phone call.
Okay, so on August 20th, so she would have received a text message on August 19th.
Yep.
A text message on August 30th.
Yep.
And then she would have received a phone call on August 26th.
Correct.
And none of those were confirmed.
Correct.
All right, now if we can scroll down a little bit, I see in black there's a notation for 9-2 missed appointment. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so that's basically saying that at 12:10, she still wasn't there, so we switched her appointment to then mark it as a missed appointment, an unscheduled appointment. And then you'll see that I had then, in the yellow, broke the appointment because she wasn't there, marked her as that very last line, NCNS, left message at 12:10, means no call, no show. And so I left a message for her at 12:10, just basically saying, like, you know, we had you scheduled at 12, you're not here yet, are you on your way?
Okay. The next exhibit I'm gonna have you listen to is exhibit 109. I'm just gonna play a short clip to see if you recognize the voice.
This message is for Stephanie. This is Katie calling from Delafield Dental. I was just...
Is that your voice?
That's me, yeah.
Okay. So I would move exhibit 109 into evidence and permission to publish.
Any objection? No objection. All right, 109 is admitted.
Can we go back to the beginning, please, Ms. Gussie?
This message is for Stephanie. This is Katie calling from Delafield Dental. I was just going to let you know we look forward to seeing you this coming Friday, September 2nd at 12 p.m. for your new patient appointment. Again, that is this coming Friday, September 2nd at 2 p.m. Thank you, Stephanie. Have a great day.
Said the wrong time that second time. Whoops.
Okay, but referring back to exhibit 108, there was an indication that a message was left on August 26th. What we just listened to, that was the message that you left for her on August 26th. Is that right?
I would assume so, yeah.
Okay, because next Friday would have been in a few days.
Yes.
Okay, so you leave a message on August 26th saying she has an appointment on September 2nd. Then if we can play a short portion of exhibit 110, please.
This woman's going to get job offers from this.
Hi, this message is for Stephanie. This is Katie calling from Delafield.
Is that also your voice?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I would move exhibit 110 into evidence and permission to publish.
Any objection? No objection. All right, it's admitted.
Hi, this message is for Stephanie. This is Katie calling from Delafield Dental. We had you scheduled today for your new patient appointment at 12 o'clock. The time is now 12:10. We were just calling to see if you were on your way or if we do need to go ahead and get that appointment rescheduled for you. We can see you up until 12:15, so if you are on your way, please go ahead and give us a call back here within the next 5 minutes. If not, then just give the office a call to reschedule. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, Ms. North, so that message you left for her on September 2nd.
Correct.
And ultimately, based on these records, she did not show up for that appointment. She never called to reschedule?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And if she had called to reschedule, would that be listed in those notes on exhibit 108?
It would have, yeah, because then we would have taken that missed appointment that I broke and created a new appointment. So then it would have had like the new date with all of that stuff in red listed again as treatment planned.
So based on the records from Delafield Dental, Ms. Pavlon's never had contact with the Delafield Dental office following that missed September 2nd appointment?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any other questions.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank
You're
you.
excused.
Hearing the dental office confirm appointments in my headset makes me want to brush my teeth again during lunch, just extra well. Hopefully that didn't trigger anybody who has anxiety about.
Thank you, Judge. The state
Dental
calls
appointments.
Christopher Johnson.
You come up to the witness stand, please, and once you get up here, remain standing and raise your right hand to be sworn in, all right?
I think they should have the drill going in the background when they call.
I do. All right, please be seated. And if you could tell us your name, please.
Chris Johnson.
S-O-N or S-E-N?
S-O-N.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
A sweet suit.
Please begin by telling us how you're employed.
I am the Chief of the Office of Crime Scene Response for the Wisconsin Department of Justice, Division of Forensic Sciences, also known as the Wisconsin State Crime Lab.
How long have you worked at the crime lab?
Oh, going on 19 years now.
And over the course of your 19 years, have your duties and responsibilities changed?
Yes, I started my career in the DNA analysis unit as a forensic scientist. I then participated in a bunch of quality assurance activities and became the quality assurance coordinator. I then moved on to supervise the DNA unit, participating as well along those timelines in crime scene response, and I am the chief now of the crime scene response unit for approximately 6 years.
Oh, gee.
I'd like to display for you Exhibit 125,
Thank
please.
you. Sorry I missed you there when it came in. 28 months. You're right up there with Kiki D, who's also an OG. 28 months.
Is 125 on your screen, sir?
It is.
And do you recognize this document?
I do.
Please describe it.
This is it's my statement of qualifications. So everybody at the lab that's a forensic scientist or anybody that's in management, we're required to create one of these. So it's a statement that shows my employment history of the different positions and the principal duties for those positions.
And you believe this is a true and accurate representation of your professional experience?
It is.
Okay. Move to admit 125, Your Honor.
Any objection? No objection. It's admitted. Thank you.
If you could just briefly describe your education, your formal education before you started, or maybe it was at the same time of your employment at the crime lab.
Sure. I have a Bachelor's of Science degree from Marquette University in Biological Sciences.
And throughout the years, throughout the course of your employment at the crime lab, are you required to maintain continuing education?
Yes. As an accreditation requirement, the Wisconsin State Crime Lab is accredited. As a requirement, we are mandated to do continuing education credits on an annual basis.
And specific to the crime scene response unit, you have particularized training in that field?
Yes, we have a pretty comprehensive in-house program that's instructed by various technical leads of various disciplines, and it culminates with a mock scene and a mock court testimony.
Have you ever testified in court before?
I have.
About how many times?
Throughout my entire career, probably in the 35 to 40 range.
Modified Barbie,
And,
you are an OG.
Crime scene response is really popular in
27
movies and TV now, isn't it?
That's for sure. Yes, it is.
Is real life similar to what you see there?
Oh, yeah.
Real life is similar. It's just at a lot slower pace. Obviously, for entertainment purposes, everything's sped up a little bit.
Okay. And
today.
about how many crime scenes would you say that you and your team have responded to?
Oh, hundreds, oh, 500.
When do you get called out?
We get called out anytime law enforcement has a request for technical assistance. So if it's something that they're not used to processing or something that they need help with chemical processing, we do only respond out to those major crime scenes. So death investigations, homicides, officer involved, critical incidents.
And you will go to the location if necessary?
Absolutely, yes. We'll go ask for an address or ask for a location where certain items may be, and we deploy a team to go process those, whatever may be there.
And your operation is also 24/7, 365?
Yes, 24/7, 365.
Okay.
Gary May, 30
Any further
months.
board diary of the witness, Mr. Wolf? or Mr.
OG.
Gary?
No, yeah, no.
Thank you. I'd like to now ask you about the date of September 20th of 2022. Do you recall being asked to assist the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department with an investigation on that date?
I do recall, yes.
Yeah, you and the crime scene response team?
Correct. Me and one other individual responded to the secure facility where this vehicle was stored.
So you were specifically asked to search a vehicle, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Just 1 second, please.
Late but present,
All
14
right, I'm going to show you a
months.
series of photographs, Mr. Johnson,
Thank you
and
very
ask
much.
you to describe what we can see in these photographs, please.
Maybe
By
an
way of
OG
previous
as
agreement,
well.
Your Honor, we're going to request permission to publish.
Okay.
So Exhibit 48, please.
I like the true, though. Thank you, late but present. Wouldn't be the same without you here.
Do you recognize Exhibit 48, Mr. Johnson?
I do.
And please describe what we see here.
This is a photograph of the passenger side of a Toyota Tacoma.
Very
Is this the vehicle that you searched?
This is the vehicle we searched and processed, yes.
And on the door frame between the passenger window, front passenger and back passenger window, it appears there's some objects there. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell the jury what that is, please?
Sure. That's evidence tape going across the seam of the door, and it preserves the integrity of the evidence. So it was sealed, and we cut that tape in order to gain entry into the vehicle.
Okay. Is that standard procedure, that it would be sealed
Yes.
by the authority that seized the vehicle?
Yes.
Why do they seal it up?
To preserve the integrity of whatever might be inside. It shows that nobody has gone into it since seizing that vehicle and recovering it on a warrant. So it just speaks to the preservation of the integrity of the actual item of evidence.
Okay. Exhibit 127, please. Please describe, sir.
This is an overall photograph with both the driver door and the rear driver door open, showing the passenger compartment, so to speak.
So is it, appears to be like an extended cab?
Yes, extended cab, yes.
Is there a back seat?
There is a back seat, bench seat. It's currently, I believe, it's folded up, so you don't see the seat bottom.
Did you do that?
No,
That's how you found it?
that's how I found it.
This would essentially be when you first opened the doors, this is how it looked inside from the driver's side.
Correct. The way in which we go about is we'll photograph 360 going around the vehicle. We will process anything on the outside of the vehicle that we deem necessary. We open the doors, and everything is the way that we encounter it. We photograph it again 360, and then we devise a plan on how we're going to go about searching and processing the vehicle.
Okay. 128, please. Please describe.
Overall photograph, similar to the previous photograph, but this one actually shows the passenger door and rear passenger door showing the passenger compartment.
129. Please describe.
This is the bed of the truck with the tailgate down, showing those items that are in the bed of the truck.
Again, as you found it when you opened the tailgate.
As we found it, yes.
So you said after you photograph everything, you then kind of devise a plan on how to go about searching the vehicle, correct?
Correct.
What did you do in this case?
So part of our main job is to preserve the integrity of the evidence, and this is done through a mechanism called crime scene approach, crime scene assessment, and development of a processing strategy. So vehicles are inherently set up as a very easy way to search. They're set up as zones. So our search method was a zone. After we photographed and documented it, our plan was to do compartment by compartment, pulling those items out, evaluating those items after they were documented for any evidentiary value. And if it was deemed evidentiary value, they were collected.
Now I'm going to ask you to focus the part of the search that involved the footwell of the passenger seat, okay? You remember searching that area?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'm going to show you a series of photographs involving the passenger footwell. Exhibit 130, please.
We'll see these
Is
after
this
he authenticates
how
them.
the footwell appeared before you disturbed anything inside the vehicle?
Yes, that is.
Okay. 131, please. What do we see here?
Lifting up the foot mat that's in the footwell, we see a piece of white styrofoam-looking sheet of something, and then there's a piece of paper underneath it. There's also a hammer that's underneath the foot mat, as well as some rocks.
Okay. Exhibit 51, please.
The hammer and rocks were to make them look and say, what's that?
What do we see here?
After lifting up that white foam piece, we can clearly see that there's a yellow sheet of paper with some handwriting on it.
Okay. 132. What is this?
It's a closer up view of the actual how the piece of paper was. You can only see a portion of the handwriting that's on it, but that's just a close-up photograph of it.
Was the paper folded in half like that when you found it?
Yes.
And it appears there's some wrinkles or some crumpling of the paper in the bottom right corner, is that right?
It does appear that way, yes.
And that's how you found it?
That is exactly how I found it.
133.
This is pulling out all those items that were in that footwell front passenger compartment. We place them onto a tarp to spread them out, and we take subsequent photographs of each of those items. So the yellow piece of paper that's in here is now open because we're wanting to document what was written on that piece of paper.
All right, thank you, sir. I'd like to move on now to ask you if you searched the interior of the vehicle for any possible blood.
Yes. So part of the process in processing a vehicle, in this particular case, we were looking for biological fluid, namely blood. So first we do a visual exam using just a bright white light, flashlight, to see if we see any areas that might resemble blood. Maybe they're reddish in discoloration or a red-brown discoloration. If we come across those areas, we do a presumptive test, and a presumptive test indicates the possible presence of blood.
Did you, in fact, test 3 areas using a presumptive test from the interior of the vehicle?
Yes, we did a presumptive test on 3 areas within the vehicle. All 3 of those tests were negative.
Moving now to the bed of the truck, did you do the same thing in the bed of the truck?
We did. There's an area that resembled like a wettish stain, and so I swabbed a little portion of that and put it to the same presumptive test. It ended up being negative.
You could please display 182. Is that the area there?
That is the area. The area is Just to the left of the Exhibit 182 marker, you see
we're
a
gonna
white.
move that. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Okay, if you could please point out that kind of wettish area that you just described for us. It's a touch screen, so you can
Okay.
circle it, please. Whoop.
Oh, that's a big.
Oh, we got it.
You fat figured the screen.
1 second, please. That's on our end.
Now you can do it. In green, please. Bright green.
Try now.
There we go. Okay. And I can see a darker colored object or something, and then a lighter color object in that photograph. Maybe you can zoom in on that. Hang on, before you do that.
Uh-oh.
My bad. May we please preserve 182A, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you would clear it, please, Madam Clerk, and zoom in on that.
Keep zooming. Enhance. Embiggen.
Okay. Go ahead and describe this for us again, please, Mr. Johnson.
So the white piece in here, I underlined that white. It's a label. It's a sticker that has a scale on it. So we put that down when we see stains so that we have visual representation of how large that stain appears. So the stain that was tested was actually this darker stain right here.
You used a presumptive test?
That was a presumptive test, yes.
What was the result?
Negative.
Okay. You could zoom back out, please. Or, I'm sorry.
Preserve.
Preserve 182B, please. And clear the screen. Okay. Was this the condition of the bed of the truck once you removed all the items?
Yes.
Thank you. Did you also use any other substance to attempt to search for blood in the bed of the truck?
Yes. So, yes, we did. We used luminol, and luminol is a solution that helps visualize latent blood evidence or potential evidence. Latent meaning it's not visible to the naked eye. So we use a chemical that, in the presence of potential blood, reacts with the iron that might be in the blood and produces a fluorescent glow. And so it's done in complete darkness, and we're able to photograph it if there is faint fluorescence. It's a good tool to use to learn where to kind of dig a little bit deeper. So again, it's a chemiluminescence. It's a fluorescence.
Was there any illumination in the bed of the truck?
Yes, there were areas that had a very faint fluorescence, and due to that, I decided to pretty much swab the entire surface of the bed of the truck to be able to collect any potential DNA that might be there.
How did you do it?
Seeing that the size of the bed is far too large to just take one set of swabs, I sectioned off the bed as upper driver side, upper passenger side, center of it. So in all, I took approximately 8 sets of swabs of the actual surface of the bed of the vehicle.
How about the interior of the vehicle? Did you collect any swabs from the interior of the vehicle?
Yes, we did the same luminol test, the chemical that I talked about. We applied it to the front passenger seat, and we collected 1 set of swabs from the front passenger seat as well.
Did you do a presumptive blood test on that stain on the front passenger seat?
Yes.
What was the result?
That was negative as well.
The LAR Watcher, welcome.
Despite the negative on the presumptive test, you still collected the swabs?
Yes, because the chemical luminol test showed very, very faint fluorescence.
Okay.
You are correct.
Thank you, sir. Those are all my questions.
All right. Cross-examination.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, luminol will illuminate for multiple substances, not just blood, correct?
That is correct.
And how long have you been basically with the Wisconsin State Crime Lab?
Going on 19 years.
Okay. And we saw a lot of photographs that were taken in this. Did you take a lot of photographs in the course of your investigation in this case?
I was assigned to be the team leader, so I have another member that took all of these photographs.
Okay. Approximately how many photographs did you take?
Of the vehicle?
Yes.
356.
Whoa.
And why do you take photographs again?
It's part of documentation, just like taking notes. It's part of observation, so it's a permanent document, permanent proof of how things are the way that we encounter them.
Okay. And it also details and supports your investigation in this case, correct?
That's correct.
And you said you've given testimony in probably 35 to 40 trials, correct?
Yes.
And obviously those photographs, it's important to have those photographs to show the accuracy of your investigation, correct?
Yes.
When you entered the pole barn in this case, the vehicle was kind of positioned away from the other vehicles, correct?
That's correct. It was placed into the center of the pole barn.
Okay, so it's kind of isolated, right?
Yes.
Did you examine the exterior of the vehicle, is that right?
Yes.
Did you, through visual inspection or through luminol, did you notice any type, or did you get any hits or indication of anything on the outside of the vehicle?
No, nothing of evidentiary value popped on it.
Just in particular, did you look at the back bumper and the back tailgate at all?
Yes.
I saw you in your, you're a member of the Midwest Association of Forensic Sciences, scientists, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Are you familiar with the National Institute of Standards and Technology?
I'm familiar.
Okay. What is that organization?
NIST. It stands for, yes, as he said, it's an organization that sets standards for the forensic community.
Okay. Do you follow those standards?
NIST standards, guidelines, yes.
Okay. And why is it important to have standards?
It provides a foundation for people on how to do things that are accepting within the scientific community.
Okay. And is that important for providing evidence in a criminal trial such as this?
Yes.
Okay. Why is that?
It provides validity to the work being done, that you're doing it within an accepted procedure, that people within the community are using the same approach and assessment and strategy.
Okay. Thank you very much. Nothing further.
Redirect.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. One more question.
Okay, go ahead.
Confirming you, the 8th.
Did I miss any?
So of all the swabs that you took of the vehicle, both in the passenger compartment and in the bed of the truck, again, everything was negative for any type of human substance or DNA, correct?
Yes, we collected those and then submitted those. The agency submitted those to the lab for further examination within the DNA unit.
Okay, nothing further, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Right. Redirect?
No.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. You're excused.
All right. The true and correct counter all the way up to 224 today. Was it 151 when we started this morning?
State calls Stephanie Klein, Your Honor.
Let's see if we can get through these 4 quick witnesses, then we're going to take a lunch.
Ma'am, come on up to the witness stand to my right, please. And once you get up there, remain seated.
Next witness, Stephanie Klein. We'll remind you tomorrow we're going to do live trick-or-treat. We'll stream trick-or-treating.
Testimony you're about to give in this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, please be seated.
50 pounds of candy to give away, so you need to...
If you could please tell us your name.
Stephanie Klein.
Spell the last name, please.
Kleine.
Thank you.
Morning, Ms. Klein. Thank you. How are you employed, ma'am?
I'm employed at the Wisconsin State Crime Laboratory in Milwaukee.
In what capacity?
I'm a DNA analyst.
How long have you worked there?
14 years.
Have you always been a DNA analyst at the lab?
Yes, I have.
I'm going to display for the witness only, please, Exhibit 111. Do you recognize, is it on your screen?
It is not. Oh, it is now.
Okay. Do you recognize this document?
It appears to be the first page of my statement of qualifications.
All right, and if you look over on the right-hand side, you can see it's a total of a 4-page document. Is that correct?
Correct.
And is this a document you completed?
Yes.
What's the purpose in creating this document?
This states my qualifications and trainings that I've attended throughout my employment at the Milwaukee State Crime Laboratory and any jobs that I've held in the field prior.
So can you please tell the jury what your formal education is?
Yes, I received my Bachelor of Science degree in Forensic Chemistry and my Master of Science degree in Forensic Science, both from Marshall University.
Have you always worked at the Wisconsin State Crime Lab?
Yes, I have.
So upon graduating from graduate school?
Yes.
Okay. And you told us you always worked in the DNA unit, correct?
That's correct.
All right. And have you ever analyzed a sample of an item presented to the lab to attempt to identify or detect DNA?
Yes.
How many times?
I issue over 100 cases per year, so hundreds of times.
Have you ever testified in court before?
Yes.
How many times?
This is my 64th testimony.
And there are certain procedures that the lab follows when you receive an item from a law enforcement agency and you're asked to analyze it for DNA, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We hear a lot about DNA in the news and in the movies these days. Can you give the jury a really easy to understand explanation of DNA and how it can be obtained from various items, or what the source of DNA may be?
Yes, so DNA is typically referred to as the blueprint of life. It tells your body what it's going to be like and look like, and it is the same in all of the nucleated cells in your body. You get half of your DNA from your mother and half from your father, and it does not change throughout your lifetime. Your DNA profile is unique to you, an individual, with the exception of identical siblings.
She said that correctly.
What can be some sources of DNA?
She's right.
DNA comes from any nucleated cell in your body, so any body fluid like blood, semen, or saliva, as well as any other types of cells like skin cells.
Were you asked specifically to work on a case from the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department under the name of Stephanie Pavlons?
Yes.
And please display for the witness only Exhibit 112, which is report number 4. Is that on your screen now, ma'am?
Yes.
Can you identify Exhibit 112?
This is the first page of my confidential report of laboratory findings for our laboratory case number R22-2670, with my signature on it, as well as the initials and date of my technical reviewer.
Is this a report that you authored?
Yes.
Do you believe it's a true and accurate representation of your work in this case?
Could you scroll down so I could see all pages, please?
Yes.
She's very thorough.
Yes, it is.
I'll move to admit 112, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
112 is admitted.
Please publish for the jury. All right, so I'm going to ask you, Ms. Gussie, to scroll to sort of the middle of the page there. And thank you. So, Ms. Klein, you documented the items that were involved in your DNA analysis for this case on this report, correct?
Yes.
And it's items A through I, correct?
Yes.
And they were all swabs, correct?
Yes.
Collected from a truck.
That's correct.
Okay. And you do some initial screening of the swabs, is that correct?
Yes.
Was every swab analyzed?
Yes.
Or every item, I should say?
Yes, every item was cut and processed.
Okay. And you did some initial screening?
Correct.
Tell us about that, please.
So initially, I looked at the swabs visually just to note any staining if it was present, and then I tested each of the swabs in this report for the presence of blood, and no blood was detected on any of the swabs, items A through I.
Is that a confirmatory test that you're doing at that point? Or a presumptive test?
Okay. I would have to refer to my notes to see which test I did, but either way, it was negative, so either presumptive or confirmatory test, a negative is negative for blood.
Okay. Can you do anything further with the swabs then?
I did process all of the swabs for DNA, even though there was no body fluid detected, or there was no blood detected on the swabs. I did still process them for DNA analysis.
And if we, is that what's indicated in the chart at the bottom of page 1 there?
Correct. Each of the swabs was cut, and they receive a sub-designation at our laboratory for tracking of the extracted DNA sample. They just get a 1 after the alphabet letter. So item A became A1. That was the cutting. That was the DNA extract.
And were you able to isolate any DNA in any of the swabs?
Yes, I believe there were a few that proceeded on for DNA analysis.
Okay. Describe that for us, please.
So items B1, D1, F1, G1, and I1 did not have enough human DNA present for further testing, as well as H1 did not have enough human DNA for further testing, which means they did not have enough DNA present in that sample that we would expect to get a DNA profile, so they stopped at the point of determining how much DNA is present in a sample, which is something that we do on all evidentiary samples at our laboratory. However, items A1, C1, and E1 all had enough DNA present for further testing.
And so in the middle of the page 2 there, you're able to make some conclusions about the A1, C1, and E1?
Yes.
And please describe that for the jury.
So for item A1, which was front passenger seat swabs, I obtained a 2-person mixture that contained at least 1 male individual. And that was then interpreted, and I didn't have any standards from a known individual at this time, so there were no comparisons done.
And we'll get to that later in your testimony.
Yes.
Okay. Keep going with C and E, please.
So item C1 was the left lower driver truck bed area swabs. Again, a 2-person mixture with at least 1 male individual, and that was suitable for interpretations. For item E1, which was the center upper driver truck bed area swabs, I obtained a low-level partial profile which was not suitable for comparisons just because there was a limited amount of genetic material present in that profile.
So you mentioned that you didn't do a comparison because at that point you didn't have standards from known subjects, right?
Correct.
Explain what that means to the jury, please.
So when we do our casework, we look at evidentiary items first to develop profiles and determine if they're suitable for comparison purposes. If they are, we would compare those evidence profiles to profiles from known individuals. And we need that so that we know what that person's profile is and we can compare it to our evidence profile and either include or exclude them.
In a case like this with a death investigation, would you typically get standards from the deceased victim?
Yes.
And potentially any suspects?
Correct.
Where do you get these standards from, the standard samples from?
All of the samples would be submitted by the submitting agency.
So law enforcement?
Correct.
And if you didn't have them, can you ask them to provide?
Typically, upon receipt of any evidence, an agency is expected to and requested to submit standards along with evidence.
But in this case, that didn't happen?
I'm uncertain if a request was made upon submission of these items. That typically is handled by our case management director. But I believe that was eventually done, and we did get standards from known individuals.
Okay. Point being, at the time you were doing this work, you didn't have the standards to compare?
Correct.
Okay. I'd like to move on to Exhibit 113 for the witness only first, please. Can you please
missing all these
identify 113 when it comes up?
Yes, this is the first page of my confidential report of laboratory findings, dated May 9th, 2023, for our case number R22-2670, and it has my signature as well as the initials and date of my technical reviewer.
And this is report number 7?
Correct.
Okay. A total of 5 pages?
Yes.
All right. Again, I'm going to ask Ms. Gussie just to scroll through it for your review here.
Yes.
And you authored this report as well?
I did.
Do you believe this is a true and accurate copy of your report?
It is.
Move for admission of 113, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
113 is admitted.
Okay, please publish for the jury.
Do I need 4 more? What? And Julia,
And you can scroll to the middle of the page so we can see what items we're working with here. So additional items were submitted to the lab for testing, correct?
Yes.
And I want to focus your testimony here on items K and L.
Okay.
Okay. And what did you designate as item K to be?
Item K was a disposable scalpel.
And item L?
Item L was a handwritten note.
Is that correct?
1 second, please.
Hold, please. We have a big bag of evidence with a very little piece of evidence in it.
First, I'm going to show you what has been marked in court here as State's Exhibit 20. And if you could please inspect that and tell me if you see any indication that that was an item analyzed by you at the crime lab?
Yes.
How can you tell?
It bears our specific Wisconsin State Crime Laboratory barcode and the case number R22-2670. It also has my initials on the item barcode.
And that would be your item K?
Yes, that was item K.
All right. And then Exhibit 53, same thing. Please inspect and tell me if this is an item you inspected at your lab.
Yes, this also has our crime lab barcode for R22-2670, item L, and it has my initials on the item.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll stick with item L as long as you have it in your hand there. That's a piece of paper, correct?
Yes.
Were you able to do anything from a DNA standpoint with that paper?
In this particular case with these items, I was looking for any staining present on an item. And this item in particular, item L, the handwritten note, was also going to be processed by a different unit. So because there was no staining, I did no further analysis of any kind on this item.
Okay. And then let's go back, please, to item K, the scalpel.
Okay.
Please tell us about your work with the scalpel, item K.
I did examine this item for any stains, and there appeared to be stains on either side of the scalpel blade. One of them was more rust-like discoloration. So I did 2 blood tests on this item, and blood was not identified on the item.
Did you do anything further with the scalpel then?
No.
All right. Turning to page, we can go, yeah, we're still on 113. Thank you. That's just describing what you just told us about some of the different items. The other items, K through L, I'm sorry, M through, can you go back up, please? M through R. Did you do any work with those items?
Yes, I looked at the items for any body fluids, or any staining, I should say.
Okay.
And if there was no staining on the item, no testing was done. If there was any staining noted on the item that looked like it could potentially be blood-like, I would do blood testing.
Any of these items in Exhibit 113 or your report number 7, did you identify any blood on any of these items?
No, none of the items that I tested for the presence of blood had blood on them.
And so nothing further was really done with these items?
Correct.
Okay. One second, please. If you could, Ms. Gussie, scroll down then to the bottom of page 2 of Exhibit 113. Yep, right there. So you go on in this report to talk about some further work you did with the standards were now available to you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And these would be just, I need to see a little bit more at the top of that. There you go. Okay. You received items U and V?
Yes.
And those relate to hairs from Stephanie Pavlon's, correct?
Yes.
And standard, item V was a standard from Matthew Pahl?
Correct.
Okay. What did you do with these standards?
So for the hair sample, I took 2 different samplings at 2 different times to attempt to get any DNA for processing to develop a standard from Stephanie Pavlon's. However, I was unable to detect any human DNA on either of those hair samples that I took that were submitted as a standard for her. With the standard from Matthew Pahl, I did develop a single source profile for comparisons to evidence profiles that I had previously obtained.
And was that useful to have that standard from Mr. Pahl to make that comparison?
Yes, I would need a standard for comparison purposes, so it was essential to have.
And were you able to make a comparison and reach a conclusion?
Yes, I compared the standard from Matthew Pahl to the 2 profiles that I previously had that were suitable for comparison purposes.
And how did you do that? How did you make the comparison?
I used the standard to develop a statistic to show the weight of the inclusion or exclusion of that individual. That statistic is called a likelihood ratio. And essentially a likelihood ratio is a ratio of 2 different explanations of that specific profile or that data. The first explanation would be that Matthew Pahl would be included as well as an unknown individual. The other explanation would be that 2 unknown individuals made up that mixture. So it's specific to the profile that I have.
What was your ultimate conclusion?
So for the front passenger seat swabs, item A1, assuming a 2-person mixture, it is at least 878 million times more likely to observe the mixture profile from the front passenger seat swabs if it's a mixture of DNA from Matthew Pahl and an unknown individual than if it's a mixture from 2 unknown individuals, which is to say very strong support for inclusion to the mixture.
If you learned that Mr. Pahl was the owner of the vehicle, would it be unusual to find his DNA inside the vehicle?
No.
And what about item C1? You can scroll to the top of page 3, please. There you go.
For item C1, I did the same thing. Assuming a 2-person mixture, it's at least 1 quadrillion times more likely to observe the mixture profile I obtained from the left lower driver truck bed area swabs if it's a mixture resulting from Matthew Pahl and an unknown individual than if it's a mixture of 2 unknown individuals, which again is to say there's very strong support for inclusion of Matthew Pahl in the mixture.
Again, if it's his truck, not too surprising of a result, is it?
Correct.
Yeah, that's not a gotcha right there. It's not a
Of all the
gun.
items you inspected, you were not able to reach a conclusion that Stephanie Pavlon's DNA was present on any of the items, correct?
I was unable to develop a profile for comparison purposes from Stephanie Pavlon, so I could not make any comparisons of her in any of the mixtures. I didn't have a standard.
You did not detect any items with, well, strike that, from the vehicle. You didn't detect any items with blood, correct?
That's correct.
And if I tell you that also Stephanie Pavlons was known to be a passenger in the vehicle, it would not be surprising had you found DNA inside the vehicle, correct?
That's correct.
Finally, ma'am, I'm going to ask for Exhibit 115, which is report number 8, to be displayed for the witness. And if you can identify number 8, we'll scroll through it for you quickly.
Yeah, no real smoking gun here. I don't know how much time we need to spend on DNA.
Yes.
Okay, you recognize 114. I'm sorry, 115.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It is it's the confidential report of laboratory findings that is dated September 27th, 2024 for our laboratory case number R22-2670, report number 8, and it has my signature on it as the issuing analyst as well as my reviewer's date and initial.
And if is this a document you authored?
Yes.
Is it true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
It is.
Move for admission of 115, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
115 submitted.
Please publish for the jury. So in this report, you're dealing with items X, Y, and Z, correct?
Yes.
And I want to ask you specifically, what was item X?
Item X was a T-shirt.
And did you do any screening of the T-shirt?
Yes.
I'd also like to put up for the witness only Exhibit 116, please.
Okay.
Just scroll through all the pages so she can see, please. Is Exhibit 116 a report that you authored?
These are my case notes that are associated with my report number 8.
Okay. And do you believe this is a true and accurate document to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right. Move for admission of 116, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No objection.
116 submitted.
So I'm going to ask Ms. Gussie to, stop a little bit lower. That's good. Okay. Ms. Klein, please describe for the jury your work with item X, the black T-shirt.
So I examined the item. I looked at the entire item to see if there was any hairs, fibers, debris, which there was a good amount of hairs and fibers. There were some bug carcasses on the item as well. I looked under IR lighting for any absorption of light, which would indicate to me that there was possible blood present on an item. I found 2 areas that are circled on the image, and I tested those for the presence of blood.
What did you find?
Both of those areas had a positive blood result.
Are you able to then test those areas for possible DNA analysis?
Yes, I took a cutting from one of the positive blood-stained areas and processed that for DNA analysis.
What did you find?
I was unable to obtain any human DNA from that sample.
But there's blood on that shirt.
Yes.
How come you can't find the DNA?
So in this instance, because of the state of the item, it was still damp. It had a very strong decomposition odor. So I would assume it was in a very harsh environment. So we can still detect the heme that is detected in our hemotrace tests that would be indicative of blood. However, any DNA that might have been on the item would have been broken down, which is why I was unable to detect DNA.
How did the DNA get broken down, if you know?
Well, there's many factors that can begin to break down DNA. Humidity, heat, moisture, packaging in different ways. We accept items in paper usually because it's porous, so there's no bacterial growth. If something's packaged in plastic for a long time, it could start growing certain organisms that would start breaking down DNA. So there's a number of factors that would go into how DNA would start to break down.
You are able to state with certainty there's blood on the shirt.
Yes, I had a positive test for blood on the neck area of the shirt.
But you can't tell us whose blood it was?
Correct.
Okay. 1 second, please. Clear evidence of insect activity, is that correct?
There were a few dead bug carcasses on the shirt.
If there's insects present on the remains, strike that. If there's insects present on the shirt and on the remains where the shirt came from, could the insects also account for some of the breakdown of the DNA?
To my limited knowledge, I know some bugs can start breaking down cells and DNA, but I'm not an expert in bugs in any way.
Sure. Luckily, we had a bug expert yesterday.
She was phenomenal.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
If you missed it,
Right, cross-examination.
Yes, thank you. Ms. Klein, you said that you could not confirm that those specks were human blood, correct?
They were confirmatory for human blood
They were
on the shirt.
The specks on the shirt were confirmatory for human blood.
The 2 stains that I tested were confirmatory for human blood, yes.
Okay, good. And if you're familiar with the word transfer, correct? How blood and other items can be transferred, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if the shirt is pushed up against a decaying body, it could that shirt could transfer some of the the volatile organisms from that body, correct?
Any contact between one item and another can leave behind a transfer of materials, cellular or otherwise.
So you can't tell when those specks came to be on that shirt, correct?
Correct.
And you can't tell whether if let's say we learned about blowflies yesterday. So if a blowfly is landing and I guess feeding on human volatile organisms, there might be some on their feet, and that fly could fly to a location such as a shirt and deposit a speck of volatile organism from a human, correct?
I'm not an expert in bugs, but again, any contact between one item and another would leave behind transfer.
Okay. So again, you have no idea when those specks were placed on that shirt.
Just to clarify, the stains that I tested were as large as those circles that you saw on the image. So they were large areas of absorption. They weren't necessarily specks. But no, I can't tell when they were on an item.
Okay. And when you say absorption, if there was a drop of something or a small speck, as I said, on the T-shirt and it rained, that would obviously cause soaking in and create a bigger area for the sample, correct?
I'm not an expert in how fabric wicks, so I don't know how to answer that question. I'm sorry.
But any type of liquid introduced to a sample is going to expand that sample, correct?
Rain does make liquid run, to my knowledge.
You're saying the bug footprints?
In the course of your scientific studies, you will occasionally introduce a neutral liquid so that you can test more of an item, correct?
I'm sorry, I don't think I understand your question.
In the course of you're a scientist, right?
Yes.
And you do lab work, correct?
Correct.
And on occasion, when you have a small amount of a substance, you may introduce a neutral substance so that you can do further testing of an item that might be really, let's say a drop of liquid that's very tiny. You'll want to be able to test it, and in order to do that, you might introduce a neutral liquid, correct?
We typically don't manipulate stains on items. We would take samples from anything and then attempt extracting those in a tube. So I guess in that instance, the neutral liquid or buffers that we use for extraction would expand that sample.
Thank you. You said that when you did test numbers, or the crime lab report number 7, you didn't have a standard for Stephanie Pavlon's, correct? Or you didn't have a suitable standard, I'm sorry.
Correct. I was unable to develop a profile from the hairs that were submitted as a standard for Stephanie Pavlon's.
Okay, and that report obviously was returned to law enforcement for their reports, correct?
Correct.
And at any time did the state say, oh, that would be important for us to have a DNA sample for Stephanie Pavlon's that you can use? You never got something like that again later for Stephanie Pavlon's, did you?
I did not.
I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor.
Read right.
Yes, briefly, thank you. As to the standard for Stephanie, do you recall that a piece of her kneecap was submitted to the crime lab for analysis?
No, we did not receive a piece of kneecap for analysis.
Was it brought in?
I don't believe it was. To my knowledge, I do not know that.
Okay. Do you know if we attempted to do that and it was rejected by the lab?
Again, I'm not certain. I did know there was a kneecap, but I don't know if it was attempted to submit or not.
Okay. And because the only items you were able to identify a profile on were A and C, correct?
Yes.
And you identified male DNA in each of those, correct?
Yes.
The absence of a standard from Stephanie Pavlon's would not have changed your conclusions for items A and C, correct?
No, my interpretations of those two items, as well as the comparisons to the standard that I did have, are unchanged.
Why is it that you were unable to develop a DNA profile from her hair sample?
Again, the DNA must have been severely degraded. The two samples that I took were large portions of multiple hairs that were submitted to us, and was unable to identify any human DNA in either of those samples.
Does that happen on occasion?
Yes, it can happen, especially in cases of severe decomposition from an individual.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Klein.
Any recross?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am. You're excused.
So 274. I think I'm.
Your next witness.
I think
Thank you.
it
The state will
counts
call
right.
Detective Dave Fine.
Thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah.
See the last really quick witness? Or see the one that's going to take forever? He's a detective. He might take a while. Do we go to lunch right now?
Sir, if you come up to the witness stand to my right, please.
Should we pause right now? Do our palate cleanser and go to lunch?
And once you get up there, remain standing and raise your right hand.
Yes, lunch, please. Okay, here we go.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, we're gonna pause right here. While the detective gets on the stand, we have a palate cleanser to watch before we go to lunch. I'm eating grapes, which I believe have sugar in them. That's okay. I'm not diabetic. But I think this is better than snacking from the 50 pounds of Halloween candy I have ready to give out tomorrow. So, yes, I'm eating a bunch of grapes. And they're delicious. But before we go, we have a palate cleanser that happened just a couple days ago. A couple of you might have seen this around. It's an amazing. I'm impressed that it wasn't deleted yet. That the court didn't take it down. I will say that somebody probably lost their job after this one. You can guess who. But this is a case involving like street racing. It's a street racing case. You don't get many of those. You're going to hear some client lawyer interactions where the client doesn't say the right thing. The judge gets a little upset, and there may be a surprise. I have not zoomed in. There may be a surprise in this one. Hopefully there is not. Hopefully that's not going to happen. But with that preface, let's jump up to court really quickly. Just get ready to call this next case.
All right, are we ready on Miss Lee?
We're ready, Judge.
We are in
She's going to
Detroit.
avail herself to the offer of the people.
Well, before we go on the record, what is that all?
It's a drag racing and a disorderly, and then the rest will be dismissed.
This is the City of Detroit versus Nikisha Lee, case number SP 171-6956, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 171-71811, appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, may it please the Honorable Court. Tatanisha Reed on behalf of Nikisha Lee, who is present via Zoom.
Ms. Lee, good morning to you. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nikisha Lee.
Day, date, and time set for a trial is Officer Jackson here.
Officer Jackson?
He was.
I think he might be in the breakout room.
Or the bathroom. I don't know.
All right. Ms. Lee,
He's gonna
my
pull him out.
understanding you want to avail yourself to the offer.
Judge King is
Yes.
going to pull him out.
All right, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Put your hand down. Officer Jackson, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right. Today is-
He got an Oscar camera, Judge.
You got some pants on, officer?
Sir, they're in the... No, sir.
Officer Jackson, okay, Miss Lee, is the officer's as charged as a disorderly person, correct?
Yes.
And then amended count of drag racing?
Yes.
We're just going to go on like that didn't happen?
All right. You want to take the deal, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand, please? I mean, I already did that. You understand?
What you think about, Judge?
For this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Reed, I went over your other advice and rights and breakout room, did she not?
Yes, she did.
Understood those rights?
Yes.
You have any questions about those rights?
No, sir.
You know, by taking the deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
We draw your attention back to May the 5th, 2025 at around 10:07 p.m. City of Detroit in the area of McNichols and Ward. Did you have contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day and that time?
Yes, sir.
Operating this motor vehicle?
Say that again?
Were you operating this motor vehicle?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Reed, I don't have any notes on here to tell me what the reckless driving and disorderly person, was the disorderly person on the same date?
Yes, may I voir dire?
You may.
Ms. Lee, on that date and time, were you a disorderly person, i.e., maybe talking loudly, unruly,
wearing no
pants, in the
Yes,
presence of others and officers?
Okay, one of those
Yes,
things.
ma'am.
Okay. And as for the drag racing, were you operating a vehicle on the road in a hazardous manner?
Yes.
And how were you operating that vehicle?
I was driving.
I know, but speeding.
Just a bad driver.
Speeding.
He said I was speeding.
Lakeisha, were you speeding?
Yes.
Well, no. He said you were speeding.
He said the wrong
What do you say?
I was speeding, but I wasn't drag racing speeding. That's what I said.
But drag racing is your plea. Hold on, Judge.
I got this. Let's get to understanding. You were speeding, right?
Yes.
Okay. What else did you do besides just speeding?
I was disorderly.
No, were you weaving in and out of traffic?
No, I don't recall. No.
Did you not use? Go ahead.
I was speeding. That's it. I was going over the speed
The
limit.
lawyer's trying to help.
And I think that's a factual basis for drag racing.
I don't know if that's the factual basis for drag racing. I would not think that would be the factual basis for drag racing. Just speeding. Drag racing, you have to be racing somebody. She didn't say she was racing.
But as you know, Your Honor, with this being a plea, she was originally reckless driving. So were you driving when you were, because we're doing a reduced count to drag racing, were you driving your car in a reckless manner? Your Honor, she had said yes when I first asked her that. Were you driving your car in a reckless manner, Nikisha?
No, I was speeding. I was not driving reckless. I was speeding. I was just going over the speed limit. That's it.
Right. So if that is the case, where do we get reckless driving from? And it's never been totally defined as far as this court understands reckless driving being a full wanton disregard for people's safety.
I think maybe if she was going so much over the speed limit, so many miles over the speed limit, it could be considered reckless because you're putting other people's lives in danger. May I ask the officer that question, Judge, if that'll help?
Officer doesn't want to be on camera right now.
Stop, please. Let me ask her.
Stop.
Because this is all about her plea.
Back up. Back up just 1 second. What did that lady just say? I'm going to back up just a teensy bit. Right, this lady, we're going to listen very carefully. What did she just say?
His lives in danger. May I ask the officer that question, Judge, if that'll help?
Can
I participate?
Just can I participate?
Stop, please.
That's all.
Let me ask her, because this is all about her plea. Now, I know the officer may say one thing and she may say another, but this is all about her admitting responsibility to what she says she did. Now, how fast were you going, Miss Lee?
I believe I was going 65 miles per hour.
In what zone?
In a 45.
No, there's no 45 on West McNichols. There's not a 45 on. You were going 65 miles an hour in a 30 or 35 mile an hour zone at the most. All right, I'm going to find that to be very, very excessive. So I'll find her guilty of the amended count of drag racing. With stipulation of probable cause, we'll dismiss the other two matters.
So stipulated.
You need to take a driving course too, because if you think that you can go 45 miles an hour down, if you think that the speed limit on West McNichols or Ward, whatever street that was, we know it's not 45 miles an hour on Ward, but if you think the speed limit is 45 miles an hour on West McNichols, then you need to take a driving course, because automatically on those streets is either 30 or 35. All right. I'm going to fine you 240 and 240. When can you pay?
What is it? $240? 2 tickets?
2 tickets, so 240, 480.
480. Can I get 30 days?
Yes. Is this any delayed sentence at all?
Tamika Horn on behalf of the city. No, Your Honor, it's as charged.
All right, Miss, I'll even mark allowed payment plan. So Miss Lee, has any did that kiosk in the city of Detroit? I'm told you can upload to did that app to your phone, or you can come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person, or come down before or on December 1st and pay it and get into a payment plan, ma'am.
December 1st. And I can get into the payment plan when I come inside?
Hold, please. Hello? Hello?
Hi, my name's Angela, and I'm calling in regards to a travel credit you have.
Okay.
And that, like, there was a vacation package a few years ago you didn't get to travel on.
During COVID?
Yeah. Well, it looks like, I mean, it could have been you didn't get to use it at all, or it could have been you just didn't use all of the parts and it went to a expired account. But that's what gave you a travel credit, and that's why we're calling. So
was this the Wisconsin one?
No, this was looks like you had 2 VIP destinations, 4 days, 3 nights, Vegas, on or off the strip, and Orlando. Some had a cruise, some didn't.
I thought I took that one.
Well, maybe you just didn't use all of the parts of the package. That could also be a reason why, because the reason for the call is because this is a promotion. So we do want to see you travel. So what we're doing is using that credit to completely replace the package.
So do I have the credits, or is this just an ad? I'm confused.
Well, the credit is allowing us to replace the package. So we would be giving you our new VIP package for 2025.
Do I have to use it on the original one that I had the leftovers from?
No, you would be getting a brand new package, a VIP package for this year. So you still can do what the previous package offered you, but you're going to get a lot more because of the promotion. We're going to give you bonus trips. We're going to give you round trip airfare.
Honestly, I have a hard time remembering even what happened on the vacation. I think I went, I'm pretty sure, but you know how some vacations you have so much fun that never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, this would be giving you a brand new package. So if you are going to travel at some point in the future, it would be a good idea to hang on to it. So we're going to be giving you options to choose your destinations. I'm going to give you VIP destination unlock. So you can choose.
Well, I'm looking right now. I'm actually trying to schedule something. Do you have something? I was wondering if maybe you guys could help. I'm I'm looking to get to Jamaica as part of the cleanup effort. I was wondering if you guys would go like 50-50 on it and cover like as part of like the goodwill towards Jamaica as we're trying to do cleanup down there from the hurricane. Is that?
Oh yeah.
Could you guys
No, I don't
cut me a
think-
deal there?
No. Well, I do have. There is an all-inclusive, guaranteed 5-star resort accommodations for two, for
like
4 days, 3 nights.
Montego Bay type thing, or because that place got
Yeah,
devastated.
Well, you're gonna get options. It's either Jamaica, Mexico, or I'm sorry, Dominican Republic. So they're guaranteed 5-star resort accommodations with everything included, unlimited food, alcohol if you drink, all your entertainment. And it's 4 days, 3 nights. It does have 2 round-trip airline tickets with it as well.
Is there a bag limit, or can I mean, I usually travel with a lot of luggage.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, you would have to pay for, it depends on what airline you end up taking, but you would have to, if you have a bunch of bags, that would be something that you cover.
Can I apply the credit towards like the extra baggage fees?
No, because what we're doing is the credit is just basically allowing us to replace the package. So you would be getting all the upgrades and the airfare at no additional cost, but we are taking what remained from the previous package, which were your booking fees, and then we roll them over. So
I've got one more question. I do have, because of some of my disabilities, I do have an emotional support animal. It's a very small, it's a very well behaved pig. Is there any problem taking that with?
That's a good question. I'm not sure about that. A pig?
Yeah, it's actually trained. It can tell when I need to be alerted and just calm down and things like that. So it does a little oink thing. It's not really loud, but it's trained to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you could take it, the only thing I would say is you'd probably have to check with the airline, but
it has diapers, so it's like there's no mess. It's not a problem that way. It would just be like a dog, only it's shaped different, and it has a curly tail and all.
Okay.
Oh, the pig was too much, Stephanie. The pig was too much. There we go. Okay, I think we got the rest. We pretty much got the rest of the case. She has to pay $480 or something, and that takes us all the way to the lunch break. So, yay! Cruise to Jamaica. I can take my pig. It's always good. I don't know. I don't know why they keep calling. I don't know how they should. You would think that they would have a list that like, do not call. This guy just wastes our time. Do not call this dude. But instead, they just keep selling it to the same company over and over. All right. I think that's it. It's time for lunch. The sugar and the grapes got to me. So I'm going to blame that. So calling it a recovery package. I'm surprised they wouldn't go in for helping Jamaica. Instead, she's like, yeah, we can sell you a ticket to Montego Bay. They got devastated. There's no vacationing happening right now. They need cleanup, eventually they'll need customers to come back and spend some money there and rebuild the economy. But right now they need help. Can you explain the shirt with blood on it? Yeah, the shirt they sent in was the one that was found on the body, I think. That's my understanding. So, all right, sign me up with a check. That was hilarious. Thank you. It's always fun. It's great to get those right before lunch. We finished the palate cleanser pretty much. I mean, there's like a little bit left, but it's like done. She's paid $480. All the funny parts are done. So I was going to rewind a little bit, but I'm not sure if I dare do this. I haven't checked. Let me just rewind to just a little bit that happened back in here. Dare I? Let's just slow motion backwards here. He's saying, do you have pants on? He says, no, we're going backwards a little further. I have to play more music. There he is. I'll do my outro here. Tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe till we go live again. We've got a portal set up for you. Stick around if you dare. We're about to see the officer. All of the officer. Yeah, we gone. We gone. Sorry. We'll see you guys after lunch. Bye-bye.
Hello, hello.